fun fact. Hold on, let me turn down this music. Wherever they went. Give me 1 second. Hi. You like the music? I love it too. There you go. Turn that down. Alright, Raphael, Sparkle, Rat King, MZ, Solo, Sean, Burby, JJ, Sam, Cuter, Lady, Radical, hi. Eben, hi. And he kind of brings the jump. Yeah, sorry for the thumbnail. I was looking through, I'm like, I'm not a student, so what do I do? Mari-san, Miko, hi. It's Stab. It's StabCon. It got upgraded from Slap. AK, Yaka, hi. Yeah, so I am terribly sick, if you can't tell by my voice, but we're doing this finale tonight. I'm not postponing it whatsoever. But yeah, yeah. Perfect thumbnail. You know, it's a good, like, again, I'm still hoping at the end. I'm excited. I'm scared excited. Like, I saw the the icon go blue for tetrachord, and I'm not ready. It's gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna be crazy. Oh, yeah, everyone. So stream is on extremely slow for me to react to chat mode, just so Sparkle and mods can, you know, take care of spoilers. So please don't spoil anything, like, at all. Like, this isn't even that long. just don't, okay? Let my mods, like, have a cool, like, easy time. Samu, hi! Every break between classes, like 100 stabs to the chest? Oh gosh. See, I'm just hoping. Sorry. It's blue there? Yeah, it's just me, like, just kind of like watching this. It's like, hello, tetrachord, I won't click you yet because I don't want to know anything, but I want to join in. What was I saying? Yeah, dreams would be just con dice today, and, you know, everything's all good after that. So, you know, that'd be nice. Alright, but before we start. Oh, yeah, for anyone not in the, Tetro stuff, like, Discord stuff. Wait. I did an art. I drew Wada. I drew Wada with a lily and skeletons. You can tell I spent more time on a skeleton that one than I did Wada, but yeah. I did that. See, this is what happens when I'm sick. When I'm sick, it's like, oh, time to be creative and do some artwork. And I did that one. You like it? Yay. Good. I did an art. And then this one was like a, there's this like really messed up kids book story thing, whatever, about this girl who wears a green ribbon on her neck and she can't take it off, but when she does, her head falls off. So, ta-da! I was like, that fits someone I know. It's cool. Yay, good. I'm glad you like it. Imagine a security guard outfit. Nice. Yeah, so Mai's dead. I kind of really like what I was saying last week. Thank you. Where I think Monomoka has something to do with Mai dying, but not in a bad way, in a helping kind of way. Because Mai obviously was going to die for everybody. You're wondering the context of it? Yeah, it was like an old, I don't want to say fairy tale. Well, I guess old story, scary story thing. So yeah, with Monomoka, I was saying like, oh, am I an ally or an enemy type thing? And Mai kind of willing to do anything to like help everybody. I think they plotted something. Is the avatar? Yeah. With the avatars, once you just type in chat once, it should pop up. And to change it, just do !avatar space and then the character's last name. Or if you're on your PC, there should be a little link. Pops up from As it says stream avatars extension, you can click that and do that too. What was I gonna say? Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so what do I think? So, if it's not Monomoko, because this is the finale. This is the finale last episode. So I don't think it's going to be a straightforward kind of trial. Yeah, should the mod thank you. Thank you. Yeah, mods are great. Mods are great. And I appreciate it so much. So yeah, so I think Monomoko did something and with Mai to get everyone out. But I don't know what, but Mai's dead. Brace myself. See, so again, that's why I think like it's going to be something like, you know, elaborate of some kind. But if it is a student, I think, well, one, as you can see my survivor list here, which is like ridiculously wrong. A human being alive. Hey, welcome. Oh, thank you. I think one of these two is dead because, you know, I can't get anything right. And if I'm really unlucky, both of them die. But I don't want to jinx my life. I don't want to jinx anything in my life because Ken is my favorite. I know, you and I know this, but Ken's my favorite. I think he would be smart enough to do like a reverse locked room mystery. You know, like normally it's like, oh, they're in a locked room. How did they end up dead? You know? I think it's reverse of like, hey, Ken and Yanagi are in a locked room. How did Mai, how could you have killed Mai? And I think maybe they would have talked it out. Because I feel like the door not opening, like during investigation, Yanagi and Ken not being able to investigate, I feel that's sus, right? And I feel like maybe that was like Mai's terms of agreement type thing with either Monomoko or Ken even. It was like, hey, Yanagi can't see her body like that. I mean, look, it's like, it's not Tamba. Tamba doesn't have a leg. Ken can't die the day before Kamimura's birthday, so yes, right? I mean, that's true. That's true. You might be chatting? Okay, yeah, I was like, I may not see a lot of the chat either. I got Isano and Chiba in there. As I was looking at this trial's so long, the stream's gonna be long. Oh gosh, okay, I'll hurry up then and catch up then. I was just saying, like, look at this. Survivor. Currently all we have. Surviving. Survivor. 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 Like, if I just switched, because originally I think I had Ojima here instead of Kamimura when I first did this, I would have had a survivor in each chapter who would and marked him as dead, which would have been really funny. The trial's 2.5 hours long? Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, so either Monomoko or Ken, or some like Murder on the Orient Express thing where it's like everyone but Shigeki. I don't know. I have no idea. Because also there's also a chance of like, what if it's a one person only win? What if it's a one person only win? Then Wada survives. Then it was Wada. Because Wada was at the pool and he wasn't supposed to be at the pool that early before the body announcement, so who knows? Anyway, enough of that. This trial's the media one. Oh, and I did get the correct thing because I have the chapter 5 playlist ready, but I was told elevator ride comes before that, so elevator ride first it is.
You okay?
Huh?
You're really not looking too great.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Mai. It's great.
What the hell? Did he pass out?
Yeah. Can someone else grab him?
Oh, God.
I've got him.
Wada, wake up! What the hell happened?
Wada.
He's hungry.
Hey, Rabbit! We need help!
We're here. Come on.
Oh my god. How's Wada gonna die already? Like, no. Oh, jeez. Okay, okay. Wow. that was quick. Let me go pull up the trial. This is sad. No, look at this. Okay, I guess I'll vote before. Please be more than one survivor.
Excuse me.
Monomoko! Hey!
Masanari passed out in the elevator.
If Wada dies in the elevator,
need
we can
help.
leave.
Being unconscious during the trial is not against any school rules. Please take your places at your podiums. But it's time for the trial to begin.
A double murder? No.
Here. I'll keep an eye on him at my podium.
Right.
There. Can we start now?
I guess so.
I know, but start
Then
with
here's
what?
my first question. Why the hell are you alive?
What? Huh?
Nakamigawa.
You were supposed to die, right? But you didn't. Hayashi did. So why the hell are you still here? You should be dead.
Do not blame her death on me!
Nakamigawa, seriously.
Oh no, they're
We're
fighting
2
already.
seconds in. Don't start.
Seriously? I'm just saying that if Tamba had died instead, Hayashi would still be here, and we actually like Hayashi. So I think it would have been a pretty damn good trade-off. Instead, we lost Hayashi and we got stuck with, what, Tamba? You seriously think Tamba, of all people, deserves to get out of here more than mine?
A little
Enough.
rude.
God! That doesn't mean it's Ruiko's fault.
You seem a bit worked up. Did something happen during the investigation?
Oh, shut up!
No.
Stop acting like you're so fucking smart,
Oh,
psychoanalyzing me or some shit. You're not.
You're such a prick. We barely even started the trial. What are you even mad about?
I'm mad because you're here
he likes-
and Mai's gone.
Hiroaki
Hold
immediately
on.
did. I know,
Let's
right?
not start fighting.
We're all upset that she's gone.
Also, you
but
know,
we're
he hasn't said a
supposed to be a
word.
team.
Were we a team when you all threw your punishments on her?
Were we a team when you pushed me down the stairs?
Hold on a minute.
Oh, here we fucking go. Did you forget that you pushed me first? Did you forget that you told me I
For
should...
fuck's sake!
Oh,
Enough!
there we go.
Can we focus? We barely
Let's see,
have
we're gonna get a
any
trial.
evidence. We're already fighting. We're down a student, and Mai is dead. Are you all forgetting that? Can you shut up and focus?
Oh, hey, Wada's alive. Okay, cool.
Hey,
The children are
you
fighting.
awake?
They are.
I'm really not feeling well.
Here. Easy. Easy.
What do we do?
The trial will proceed as normal.
I mean, can we get Wada a granola bar or
Right.
something?
Then let's get started. What are we talking about first?
You're surprisingly gung-ho considering the circumstances.
Hiraki
Because
said
I
the
don't want to
girls.
waste
Oh,
any
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Let's just get this over with.
Tamba, can you talk about the body?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hold on. Actually, before we get to the body, can you guys start from the very beginning? Yanagi and I still don't really have a full picture of what happened.
The beginning? Like, where?
Going
Day
from just
one,
before the
Tamba.
body
Let's start from
discovery
that
would be
beginning.
fine. I guess.
I can
Be
explain
Wada
that.
Snickers bar.
I was there when we found it.
Perfect. Explain.
Right. It was pretty early in the morning. Masanari and I were looking for you two. And for Mai, since you'd all kind of gone missing. We went down to the basement, and Masanari noticed that the pool doors were open.
I don't think that's gonna happen
Which
right now, but I'm
didn't
scared
make sense.
still.
Because the morning announcement hadn't
Oh
gone
yeah,
off
the
yet.
pool doors were open.
So they should have been locked.
Right, exactly. We figured we'd see what was going on, so... we went in.
Mai was in the pool.
You fed Wada
Right.
430 times.
She was floating in the pool.
Wait, does one feed
face
him
down.
420 today?
We
Because what if
started
you feed him for
freaking
his
out a
420th
bit,
time?
and we were gonna look for something to pull her out with, but Masanari fainted. So after that, Nakamigawa and Ruiko showed up. Nakamigawa took Masanari off my hands, and I was gonna grab something to pull Mai out with, but Ruiko jumped in the water.
With your broken leg?
I wasn't really thinking.
I helped her pull Maya.
Hi, welcome.
We started investigating after that.
Right. Okay.
You got some tea. God, I would love some tea.
And just to be 100% certain, she was face down?
Right.
Right.
So what were you guys doing all morning then? Just trapped
Okay,
in
so
the
she was
medbay?
face down.
Right. The door
She was facing the
wouldn't
pool.
open.
I woke up to the body
Versus
discovery
facing her
announcement and
attacker.
started trying to get the door open. But nobody could hear us.
Since you were probably off investigating.
Nobody found us until later on in the day, so we couldn't do much.
We couldn't even do anything in the medbay. It was pitch black.
Right, there was no power.
Christ. The smell of that place.
We were completely locked in from last night to this morning.
Oh,
we
Scooter,
don't even know
that's
what
me.
you guys found.
That's
we
my
should start
avatar.
talking about our investigation finds. No?
That seems like as good a starting place as any.
Then we'll go first.
Right.
I figured that any killer with half a brain cell would have wanted to check out the arsenal, at the very least. I mean, there were guns and shit in there, right? If I was going to kill someone, I'd at least do some window shopping in there.
But
So
might
we
have
went upstairs
bullet-
to see if we could find anything.
Might have
But
bullet
when we
wounds.
got there, the arsenal was completely empty.
I think.
Completely empty. Someone had literally cleared out the entire place. There wasn't anything left.
But how is that even possible?
No idea. But just to be sure, I have to ask. Did anyone find any of the arsenal supplies during their investigation? Anything like guns, swords, bullets, poison?
Poison.
Any of that
Tamba,
shit?
it's your favorite.
Great. So that means they're in a room we didn't check.
Where did you check?
We checked all the first floor labs, since
Mice
they all
crying
would
in
have
her
been big
thumbnail
enough.
art?
They've got to be in some stupid room
What?
like the main office or something. Somewhere we
No,
wouldn't
that's
think
sad.
to check. Somewhere
No.
we'd never get around to. There's no inconspicuous way to hide that
Maybe it's just
many
pool
weapons.
water. Maybe it's not
Do
tears.
you
it's
really
pool
think
water.
we would just dump them in some random room like that, though? That their entire plan would hinge on us just not checking there? Doesn't that seem a little risky?
Well, what if that's what the door bombs were for? To keep us from investigating random rooms. If some of the rooms had bombs in them, we'd have to be a lot more careful about which rooms we checked, right? And, I mean, we kind of were.
Wada's legit
The bombs were
dying
definitely
right now.
there to keep us from investigating, if nothing else. But, that's not a bad theory. Wonder if that might be it.
Wait, what? How can you be sure that's what the bombs were for?
It makes sense, actually. It's against the rules to kill more than 2 people, right? So if the bombs had been meant to kill us, the killer would be putting themselves at serious risk. What if 2 more people died? They'd automatically lose.
So then... they were just to scare us?
Probably. That's likely why they were non-fatal.
Exactly.
But we
Wada
still
ate
got
all
hurt.
the arsenal stuff.
Wada cut his forehead.
But he didn't die.
That might have just been a fluke. I don't think they were really meant to kill us either.
But, I mean, were the bombs from the arsenal?
That's what I was wondering too. So I went to go check the library bomb from the other day. Matched up just fine.
So they were from the arsenal then.
Looks like it.
Which means that the killer definitely accessed
I don't think
the
Wada
arsenal.
could physically carry
Right.
anything.
So we
You
can
can't believe it's almost
probably
over.
rule out
I
the idea that
know.
Monamoko cleared the arsenal out. Or something. The killer was definitely using the supplies.
It feels like-
so I
like
think it's
yesterday,
safe
I
to
was
say
just
that
like, you know,
they're the one who cleared
Just starting this
everything
out, going, hey, what's
Then-
this, everyone?
Anyone who went to the arsenal last night is suspicious. Right?
Yep.
Everyone looks at
Why are you
Wada.
making that face? Tamba?
Tamba.
Well, I mean...
What did you see?
I don't really think it's anything bad. Just...
What did you see?
Even the cast was sus of Monamoko.
I saw Wada go into the arsenal!
Tamba!
I'm sorry!
Wada?
The hell? When did you
He
see
can't
that?
reach the doors.
During the investigation,
There's no
Wada was
way.
showing me the security camera footage and
Iron
the
Man,
cameras
hey,
caught
it's
him
been a
going into the
while.
arsenal in the
Welcome.
middle of the night!
Security camera footage?
Wait, yeah, what?
You 2 had security camera footage?
I got it as my reward for defense game.
And you didn't think to mention that?
probably because it caught him going into the arsenal.
It's not that. I was gonna bring it up.
Happy Friday.
Of course, I was going to bring it up. I didn't do anything in the arsenal. Tamba saw the footage. She knows I wasn't carrying anything when I left.
I don't really think Masanori could carry all that stuff out of the arsenal.
What
even
am
if he
I
wanted
drinking?
to. He's a bit tiny.
Barely flavored
It's a
grapefruit
lot
water.
of stuff. If he wasn't carrying anything when he left, that's probably a good sign for him.
And I wasn't. I really wasn't, Tamba. Please tell them I wasn't.
Well, yeah, that part's definitely true. He wasn't carrying anything when he left, but it's definitely still suspicious, right? I mean, we didn't see anyone else go into the
Tetro
arsenal.
Friday in a
I
while.
was the only one.
Tamba, why are you throwing me under the bus?
I'm just telling them what I saw.
Well,
Yeah, no, it's good to
hold
get out
on.
in the open, Wada.
Is it possible that the killer cleared out the arsenal before last night? I mean,
He loves
did you guys
barely flavored
check that
water.
far back on the footage?
No, we only went as far as last night.
And no one else went into the arsenal.
But there's no way someone cleared it out before last night. Because it was still full when I went in.
If you don't mind me asking, what were you doing in the arsenal in the first place?
Yeah, we probably should know that.
I
Wada was just hungry. He was just getting a
wanted to make
snack.
sure everything was still there.
Wada's 3-apple stall. Exactly,
Stuff
like
is
Hello
really
Kitty.
dangerous. So, yeah.
But there's no way that's possible then. I mean, the
Baby
stuff couldn't
small
have just
orange flavor.
disappeared. If Masanori's the only one who went in, then where did everything go?
Well,
Monomoko.
I mean,
Monomoko.
did you see that it was gone?
What?
With your own eyes, I mean. Did you see that it was gone? Or did Hiroaki just tell you it was gone?
Wow.
Excuse me?
No, I definitely saw it. I went inside.
Do you seriously think I tried to trick him like that? He was here for the entire investigation. He didn't even zone
Okay,
out
put it in the chat.
once. Of course he saw it.
Right.
It was
Agree,
completely
agree,
empty,
Takeshi.
top to bottom. There was nothing left.
Then, what?
What's up?
I don't understand what's wrong with the cameras.
Can we talk about those cameras a bit more, actually? You got them as your reward?
Right. For the defense game, I got access to the school security cameras.
I didn't even know we had school security cameras.
But they're not working. I thought they'd be worth the trade-off because they'd show us something important, but there's so much missing. Why didn't we catch someone else going into the arsenal? Why didn't we catch Hayashi dying?
Did you get any footage from the pool?
No, because the pool cam was completely unreachable. And
Yeah,
I
you know,
don't
that was
know
actually
why.
a shitty gift.
We didn't even catch her going down to the pool. We're missing a ton of footage.
Okay, just what did you catch? Where was the last place you picked up Mai?
We saw her heading upstairs towards the research room.
What?
But we never saw her come back down. I don't understand how she got to the pool.
Yeah, she definitely would have had to pass in front of the cameras again.
She
That hallway's a dead
teleported.
end.
And you never picked her up again?
Like Monomoko.
Anywhere else in the school? At all?
Wait, hold on. I'm more concerned with why the pool camera was unreachable. It was completely shut off?
Can we please focus on one thing at a time? This debate is all over the place. We need to organize this. Hasegawa and
How?
I still don't even know what
How do we
happened during the
organize this?
investigation.
Then let's get back on topic. We'll come back to the arsenal after.
Right. Where did you two investigate next?
After we checked the arsenal, we wanted to see if we could find the missing
Taco,
supplies.
hi.
So we went to go check all the rooms that were big enough to hold them, starting with the first floor labs. The thing is, when we tried to check the engineering lab, the door exploded.
Right. The door bombs. Could you guys elaborate on those a bit?
A bunch of the rooms were rigged with door bombs. I don't know if it was random or if those rooms were important or what, but yeah, when we'd open the door, they'd explode.
Which rooms do you know were trapped?
Oh, yeah,
Well,
hang on, yeah.
The engineering lab for sure.
And we set one off in the drama room.
And another one in the art room.
Pretty sure that's all, though.
Right.
Can they make bombs in the
okay.
engineering lab?
Thank you. That does seem pretty random.
Anyway, we didn't find anything in the labs. Not the arsenal supplies, at least.
We checked the wood shop for anything they could have used as a weapon, but there wasn't really anything that matched up with the wound.
What did the wound look like? I haven't really heard much about it.
Let's finish the investigation recap first, please.
Right.
Yanagi, don't take the leadership spot. Everyone who
It's
does that
all
dies.
important, isn't it?
Honestly, our investigation kind of ends there. And when we checked out the pool balcony and the student cafe like Ken told us to, but we didn't find anything. We actually didn't find much in the way of evidence at all. Anywhere.
Then we need to hear from Tamba and Masanari.
Right. Where do we start?
With the body, I guess.
Right. Well, I mean, first off, she was in the pool,
okay.
face down.
So she was facing the
You know
pool.
that already.
Got that.
But,
I'm zeroing in. I'm gonna solve
pretty
this.
big wound on her stomach.
Vertical or horizontal?
Yeah, what type of wound?
Which one goes up and down?
Vertical.
Vertical.
Then, yeah, vertical. It was thin, like a knife, but, it was too big to be a knife.
So a
It
sword?
was really deep, too. It went all the way through her.
Right.
Okay, so sort of like a katana
Was there
or
anything
something.
else?
There was some blood soaked into the back of her clothes. She was mostly clean, since she had been in the pool, but, her back was still exposed, so I guess it just didn't get the chance to wash out.
We checked her mouth to see if there was any blood, since that's what she and Kamimura always did. But
Yanagi's having no
nothing.
shenanigans. Yeah.
She did have some pretty nasty cuts on her hands, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They were pretty deep. All the
She
blood
got
had washed
impaled?
out of them.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
So,
It's. So it's probably like, so we have, that's the pool, blah, 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 blah. And then we have Mai facing this way. Whatever. And then I'm guessing it must have been another treasure drawing. So I don't know if it's the bombs that may have something set this off or something. But probably something is rigged with like a sword or something. And the sword goes whoosh into her back and then back up kind of type thing. Maybe? I don't know. No, it's another recipe. I don't have enough information. So that would be why she would fall forward, have the wind from her back. Huh. I guess we'll get more information. We'll get more information. More for me. Again, I can draw. I swear. I can draw. Just not with the mouse. Like the Suno Death Trap, but in like reverse. This is really Okazaki. I mean, Okazaki's just been inspiring everyone's deaths here.
we got a pretty graphic look at them. Yeah.
And were those ones vertical too?
Oh wait, there's
No,
more?
those ones are horizontal.
Through her.
Right. Was there anything else?
Okay.
There was some blood soaked into the back of her clothes. She was mostly clean,
We're always haunted
since
by Dorgan.
she had been in the pool, but, her back was still exposed, so I guess it just didn't get the chance to wash out.
Alright, bye,
We checked her
Radical.
mouth to see if there was any blood, since that's what she and Kamimura always did. But nothing. She did have some pretty nasty cuts on her hands.
Oh, and her hands.
though.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah, definitely. They were pretty deep. All the blood had washed out of them. So, we got a pretty graphic look at them. Yeah.
And were those ones vertical too?
No, those ones are horizontal. They went all the way across her palms. Like, you know where the two big lines are at the top of your hands? Just under your fingers? Right there.
Right.
Did she fight back then? Those seem like the kind of cuts you'd get from, like, grabbing a blade. Maybe she put up a...
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So maybe it wasn't a trap of any kind? So, okay, so it's sounding like she caught it, so she was trying to hold it somehow. So... But no, but if it pierced her this way, why would she grab it? And try to remove it? Try to get off of it? No, 'cause she'd move her body. Huh. Okay.
But fight.
Well, I mean, the confusing part is that we didn't find any evidence in the pool room at all. No blood, no weapon, nothing. If she died there, shouldn't there be something?
Well, do we know she died there? I mean, who's to say she didn't die somewhere else?
If there's no evidence at all, isn't that even more reason to think that she didn't
35%
die
of the
there?
puzzle.
I mean,
Look, I just want to feel useful
maybe,
in this.
but I mean,
I don't got any
she
truth
has
bullets.
to have
I'm
died
trying.
there, right?
I'm trying.
there's no way anyone could have lifted her. She's way bigger than us. Nobody could have carried her.
Nobody at all? What about, like, Shigeki or Ruiko or something?
What?
They're athletes.
Tamba needed your help to pull Mai out of the pool, though. Plus, Shigeki's only got one working hand.
But besides, we're not weightlifters or anything. We're both pretty lithe.
Indeed.
That's... yeah, that makes sense.
You feeling okay?
Oh, we also had to cover why everyone's
Yeah,
getting sick.
Sorry. Sorry.
Are you gonna pass out
Like,
again?
were they getting poisoned on
I'm just-
purpose?
Feeling kind of lightheaded.
Or was it the bodies?
I might
I tried to
just
find a
sit
piece
for a
puzzle with
bit.
10 pieces.
You're really not looking well today.
I'm putting my quarters
Did something
down.
happen? Are you hurt?
No, I'm just tired.
Zed,
Here,
hey, welcome.
steady.
You can probably just sit on the floor for a bit. I doubt that's against the rules.
Monomoko. Yeah, watch the alarm goes off again. Like, nope,
Why are you
can't sit on the
staring
floor.
at me?
When was the last time you ate?
I'm in zombie form.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, like 36 days
Maybe
ago.
around when Watari died?
What?
A week ago?
Masanari.
I'm sorry. I wasn't hungry, so...
There's no way you weren't hungry.
Can we go grab him something? Is that allowed?
I'm afraid that leaving the trial grounds during a trial is strictly
Rabbit,
prohibited.
bring Wada some lettuce.
I'll have to ask you to remain at your podiums.
Why haven't you been eating?
Seriously, a whole week. That's way too long.
It's definitely not good for you.
I didn't have anything. Someone took the food from my room.
From your room?
He had a snack stash under his bed. Remember?
Honestly, I completely forgot.
It's been missing. Maya was gonna
Wait,
help me
all this
find it.
microwave chicken,
I
huh?
had nothing to eat. I couldn't...
Oh, no. That's not an excuse. You had a whole kitchen plus the storage room. You could
You
have
couldn't go
eaten.
to the basement.
Your bed hoard isn't the end-all, be-all of food.
Well, I mean, where did it go though? Who took it?
I have no idea.
Did anyone find any signs of it during the investigation?
Feed
It's
Wada every
probably
food
in
within
someone's
grasp
dorm
boundary.
room.
Yeah, we didn't actually check anyone's dorms this time around, now that I think about it.
That's because checking the dorms is a giant waste of time. It's never helped us, and it takes like the entire investigation. All we ever find in the dorms are a bunch of
Yeah,
red
Wada's
herrings.
over
I-
20 pounds underweight.
That's
It's crazy.
not entirely true. Since we found Okazaki's printed room key in the dorms, and Okazaki's saw, and Okazaki's knife.
Well, yeah, but most of the time they're completely useless.
Except they're not completely useless. Why did you guys not check the dorm rooms?
They didn't have
I'm
time.
actually with him on this one. There's
Tamba!
no way we would have had time to check
Yeah.
all the dorms.
And whose fault is that?
Don't start.
Okay, but like, one dorm? Hayashi's dorm? Or like, even just the dorms of every student that's still alive?
But we aren't allowed in our dorm rooms anyway, right?
Monomoko
So-
soup?
There wouldn't be anything there either way.
The rabbit said we weren't allowed in our dorm rooms until the next killing. After they killed Hayashi, they could use the dorm rooms as much as they wanted.
Listen, we did the best we could.
So
At
if I
least the
confirmed
rest
you
of
really
us
tried to eat
actually
food but couldn't?
investigated. You've got a lot of
Aw.
nerve to judge our investigation when you didn't find any evidence at all.
I was locked in the medbay, though.
I mean, we'd have had more time if someone didn't get our investigation cut in half.
You cannot seriously be harping on this right now.
Harping? You call that harping?
Oh, he
I'll
can harp.
Show you harping.
Yeah? Go on. Show me harping.
You made an executive decision on the group's behalf to fuck us all over for your own benefit. You sentenced us all to death, including yourself, just for some bullshit reward that we still don't even know about. It turns out you didn't even need it because Hayashi died anyway.
Just shut up. God.
Oh, yeah. Great comeback, Tamba. Real smart.
You would have done the same thing in my position.
Maybe.
I knew you would. Everyone knows you would. Because you're selfish.
So then you admit it was selfish of you.
No, I wasn't. I did
Tamba.
because I was scared. Because somebody told me they were going to kill me.
Oh, so that's unthinkable. But when you tell me that I should kill myself, that's totally fine.
You know what? Yeah, it is.
No.
Because the fact that you even tried to kill yourself and yet you're still
Oh
here
my
is
god.
Do you know how fucked up that is?
We're not talking about
Yeah,
this.
let's
You know
drop
who
this, both of
wanted
you.
to escape? You know who wanted to go home?
Everyone?
Isuno, Sasaki, Shiba, Harada,
Oh, boy.
Kawamura, Suno, Oka.
Oh, don't even go there. Shut the hell up.
If you, the guy who didn't
gonna
even
push you
want
on
to
the
be here
stairs again.
anymore, had just killed yourself when you wanted to kill yourself, we could have gotten a free fucking round at the very least.
What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Oh,
There's no
boy.
way you'd be saying that shit if it had been Kamimura trying to...
Enough! Both of you!
I needed my reward to be safe. I needed my reward
Yeah,
because
thankfully not near
I
the
want to
stairwell.
live. Sorry that you can't grasp that.
You didn't even need it! You weren't in danger either way! Clearly! Since Hayashi's the one who ended up dead!
Yeah, because I wasn't around.
Then you admit that it's your fault!
What? That's not what I...
Where even were you last night?
Where were you last night?
On the balcony with Takeshi, who can back up my testimony and prove I was there. Your
Yeah.
turn.
Well, I mean, what about Wada? Why are we all so quick to move on from him going to the arsenal in the middle of the
Thank
night?
god, the kids are
It's
fighting.
suspicious,
I know,
but
I
it's
know.
not what we're talking about right
Actually,
now.
yeah, Tamba, why don't
Where
you say
were
where
you?
where
Tamba,
were?
I have a question, if you don't
I
mind.
know it's not Tamba.
What was your reward?
She's missed. She's like her leg's broken. Her leg badly
I mean,
broken.
does it matter since the game's nearly over anyway?
It does.
God, enough of this! Just answer the damn question already! You're wasting our fucking time!
Nakamigawa!
Tamba, Nakamigawa, stay over there.
Seriously? I wasn't going to hit her or anything, God!
Then stay over there. You've caused her enough damage.
What? Don't take sides on this, Shigeki.
Oh, this is rich! This is
They're
so
both very
fucking
wrong.
rich! Where was this whole protective night shtick when she pushed me down the stairs? Huh? Oh, I think you're forgetting that all I did was fight back!
That's not fighting back. She never actually pushed you down the stairs.
Because I caught myself! I did the exact same thing to her that she did to me! The only difference is that she actually fell!
That's a massive difference.
You're such a shallow moron. It's genuinely unbearable.
Excuse me?
Yeah! Mad? I'm right! When it's Tamba getting her, despite the
The
fact that she's
took
been a
Kelly out of
miserable
bed.
fucking monster all goddamn week, you're practically on your knees trying to defend her. Oh, but when I'm the one she's been fucking with for like 7 days straight, you couldn't care less because what? Because I'm not a girl? Because I'm Hiroaki? What's your take? Because I genuinely can't fucking tell.
Hey, excuse me. Can we please get back to the trial?
Yeah, I was like,
There are a
God,
few
I know
things I
this
still
is
want to
why the
clear up
trial's
before we
2
go any
hours.
further.
Fine.
Yeah,
Go
again, Tamba
ahead.
beeps crazy.
R-
They say the
right,
most heinous shit to each other. Yeah.
Tamba and Wada, why did you two never come back to open the medbay door? We were waiting for you.
Right. Well, we went up to the art room to look for the alcohol. like
Hey,
you said.
welcome.
We set off a door bomb while we were up there, but we went in anyway. And, yeah, nothing. We couldn't find a single thing in Ojima's bag. So we figured that if we couldn't find anything there, we would go down to the kitchen and grab a big knife to pop the door open with. But then we remembered we still had to check the security footage, and we were running out of time. So we booked it upstairs. But we kind of had to cut you loose. Sorry.
I'm still confused on why the medbay door wouldn't open in the first place.
I mean, it probably just got stuck, right?
No, it was
There's
glued.
no way
it was
just
glued
stuck.
shut.
We tried everything to get it open. We were pounding on that door for hours. We did everything short of breaking it down. It was definitely sealed.
Sealed?
Yeah, with wood glue or super glue or something like that.
But why would someone superglue the door?
To lock you in. Probably.
Honestly, yeah. That's the only option I can think of. Someone did it to trap us inside.
So you think it was on purpose then?
I do. I'm not sure if it was to lock us specifically inside, but it was definitely intentional, if nothing else. Maybe we just got hit at random.
But how would anyone even know we'd be in the medbay? It's not like Tamba's injury was a scheduled event. Not to mention the fairly uninviting state of the place. How could they have expected us to go there?
Well, that's a pretty easy question. Who sent you to the medbay?
Wait, yeah, who? I don't remember.
My?
Ding ding, there you go. That's who could have predicted you.
Wait. So was I kind of right earlier? That Mai specifically wanted Yanagi locked in the medbay so he wouldn't see her body or stop her?
End up in the medbay.
What are you implying?
But that still doesn't make any sense, right? We couldn't
I
have
figured anything
known
else
that
out, but I got
Tamba was
that
gonna break
part.
her leg.
Are you seriously trying to say that Hayashi was the one who glued the doors? You're throwing her under the bus at her own murder trial?
Does anything else make sense? She sent them to the medbay. If the person who sent them to the medbay is the same person who glued the doors, then she glued the doors.
But,
The
I
stream's
mean,
delayed?
we don't
Yeah,
know
it's super
that
slow,
whoever sent
so,
them to the medbay also glued the
If
doors.
anyone puts spoilers,
That's
Moz can
just a
catch her.
guess.
Y'all can just like...
This better not
Chat really
be
fast to get rid of
fucked
it.
up, convoluted suicide. If she's pulling a Watery, I'll be mad.
She's not. You're being completely ridiculous right now. I can't even begin to grasp what you're suggesting. Mai didn't kill herself.
this?
It
No,
had
no,
to be
not
someone
Twitch.
else who sealed
Well,
the doors.
have an account on Twitch, but
Actually,
I
the
don't
more I
use
think
it.
about it, the less outrageous it gets. She sent you to the medbay, yeah? So she definitely knew that's where you went. But when you never came back, she never came to look for you. Weird.
But because she was occupied with Tamba.
What would Mai even gain from locking them in the medbay, though? That
Eventually
doesn't really
she'll hurt.
benefit her, does it?
Unless Mai was cooking up a little murder plan of her own.
No.
Shut up!
Here we go again.
No.
What are you been talking about? Mai wouldn't kill anyone. She would never do that.
Again, not a defense, just a character witness testimony.
You've met her. Do you seriously think she would do something like that?
I've met her. I don't know her. And frankly, if you guys treated me how you treated her during Loyalty Game, I'd be pretty eager to kill you too.
Well, Mai's not like you. She wouldn't hurt any of us.
Didn't she slap Wada across the face in our first week here? And she practically threw Okazaki after she found out what she did to Wada.
You-
Not that any of that's relevant, but I'm just saying, she would hurt us. So that defense doesn't really make any sense.
She didn't do anything. We're
Maybe
wasting
if you
time
try
on this.
yourself a Hiroaki and
It's
combat
pointless.
duel, you could totally do
Let's
that.
just move on already.
I'd rather not be executed. So regardless of whether or not you
Unless it's
buy
listed high.
it, I feel like we should discuss it at the very least. Once it's discussed, we can rule it out and move on. Then she'll be completely vindicated.
But we don't have to discuss it. We don't have to vindicate her. We already know that she's innocent.
God, how many times do we need to rehash this? That's how a trial works. We need to rule out every conceivable possibility. You think we ever would have gotten past Watori's trial if we didn't
No, I
think
kinda
outside
want,
the
like,
box?
Hiroaki
You think we
Ace
would have gotten
Attorney,
past
like,
Chivas?
crossover.
Beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the tagline. We need to exhaust every avenue.
Who would she even have killed? Who was her target? How would us being locked in the medbay contribute to that in any
I
way?
support women's rights and
I mean,
wrongs.
I definitely agree that it's worth discussing, but I have to admit, I'm kind of lost too. If it was her murder plan, how did she end up dead? I don't think there's anyone in the school that could actually overpower her in a fight.
Okay, see? Totally valid question. Totally valid concern. This
Yay,
is why
yay.
we're discussing it, so we can pursue the idea and rule it out.
Then I guess we should figure out where Mai went last night. After Tamba got hurt. I mean, where'd she go next?
God, looking at the Hama's
Well, Skater Boy,
sprite, I don't like.
Where'd
I don't
she
like
go?
that. I don't like it. Like obviously it's good, well done. It's just too well done.
well,
Like nope.
I mean, I
He
didn't
didn't
actually
suffer. He's
see her
fine.
again
He's
after
fine.
that. The last time I really spoke to her was in the student cafe. After that, we went to go help Tamba, and then I didn't see her again.
The student cafe? What was she doing in there?
It's
The four smart people in
kind
the
of
group
hard
in
to
order
explain.
Was it about the
are
notes?
Hasegawa,
The one she interrogated us
Sasaki,
over?
Hiroaki, and Hama.
That would
Ooh, nice.
be the case.
Oh, have
yes,
fun, Cookie.
she was following them.
Still?
Could you explain the notes a
What-
bit?
what? Oh, yeah, the
I
notes, the
haven't
notes.
really been following that, saga.
She had been receiving notes for a few days now, telling her to go to various rooms or do various things that would help us escape. It was the notes that led her to activating that explosive
Wait,
in the
Hiroaki
library.
over Kamimura? Really?
It was the notes that had her setting up all those bucket traps
Huh.
above the doors. It was the notes that brought her
My
up to the
boy's
student
smart.
cafe. But I don't actually know where the
I'm
next
so
one
proud
wanted
of
to go.
him.
What? But that's important! I bet she was following a note when she got
Come on,
killed!
yep, so part
you don't
one.
have any idea?
Genuinely, I don't. Typically she'd tell me, but we didn't really get the chance to discuss it.
Then maybe she was sent up to the 4th floor west wing. That's where the cameras caught her last. It would make sense if that was the last place she went.
Well, I mean, what did the note actually say? We don't have it? We can't just check. Did you guys at least look for it? You looked for it, right? You checked our pockets?
In the pool? Did she have pockets?
That's
That's very tight. I don't know if she has pockets.
That seems like it was probably an extremely crucial clue, so I think it probably should have been kind of pertinent to check her pockets.
Well, we're not actual detectives!
No. But if you could think of it, we could have thought
I
of
found
it
everything
too.
educational, cool, semi.
That
Oh yeah, that
might
does.
be optimistic.
It's fine. Just let's move on.
Note
Remember
or no
plushie?
note, I'm pretty sure she
I
went
got chicken
upstairs.
today.
That's the last place we caught her on camera.
Her name's Belle.
Heading up towards the resource center.
But if the last place she went to was the resource center, how did her body end up in the pool?
And surrounded by geniuses.
That part I'm not so sure about.
Well, she can teleport, right?
The rabbit teleported her. Mai can't actually teleport.
Mai's an alien too.
I think we can rule that possibility out regardless.
I mean, can we? We know that Mai had a
Can't sit
penchant
down
for
with
destroying the
everyone,
school.
right?
Is it totally out of the question to think that she thought she found an escape route, started trying to bust her way out, and got teleported by the rabbit again?
Monomoko teleported her out of the school last time. Why would she just teleport her to the pool this time?
It does raise the question, though. What happens if Monomoko kills us soon?
Yes.
How do we vote?
In the
Wait.
event that I take
Oh,
the
no.
life of a student, a trial will not be held.
Damn.
I can assure you of that.
Monomoko's like, I heard you last week accusing me. No, you're very wrong, Dex. Okay, so I'm very wrong. Cat, it's not looking good for you anymore.
Okay, then
Damn it.
we just need to
Damn
figure
it.
out how Mai could have gone from the resource center to the pool undetected.
Well,
It was such a
we never
good
actually
plan.
saw her go into the resource center.
Pinocchio, hey,
Just
welcome.
towards it.
Then is it possible that she actually didn't go to the resource center? Maybe she
I
walked
really
straight
want to
past
mark
it.
3.
What other rooms are over there?
The supply closet, the home ec room, and the sewing room.
Fawn, how
Or,
sad are you
I
planning on
mean,
making me?
What's left of it anyway?
And did you guys check any of those rooms?
I mean, we tried to check the resource center, but the floor was practically gone. It's really falling apart there. It wouldn't have been safe.
We didn't think to check the other 3, though. Either
Yeah,
way,
I know
the
staff's
sewing room's
like, hey,
entire
Monomoko,
floor
don't
is
interfere.
missing. So it's
Or
not
anyone
like we could have
interfere,
done
but-
much investigating.
You made the right
Monomoko,
call.
like,
It's not safe up there.
he's kind of a
You
rebel.
certainly know.
Which cameras did you two actually check? Why weren't you able to check the resource center cameras?
They were too damaged from the fire. A lot of the cameras on the 3rd and 4th floor were like that. Completely out of commission.
Can confirm.
We were running really low on time. So, we only really got the chance to check out the rooms we needed to check out. Plus anywhere we spotted Hayashi, which was pretty much just the West Wing.
Then, is it possible she went to the home ec room instead?
The hell would she do that for?
Well, I mean, what would she go to the resource room for?
No. hold on. That makes sense. The home ec room connects to the sewing room, right?
the
And
sewing
like
room has
Tamba
no
said,
floor.
the sewing room floor is completely gone.
Yeah.
If Mai had gone to the sewing room,
Sean!
she wouldn't be
Hi!
able to drop down
Oh,
to the
thank
computer
you.
lab on the 3rd floor without getting spotted
Exactly.
at all.
Exactly.
If
Culprit's
the
stuck,
cameras
it's
in the
Dr.
fire
Khan.
zone really were damaged, she wouldn't have been picked up.
Sean super
why
chatted
would she wanna do that?
$1.99.
I'm honestly not
Look, the
really
culprit is at the
sure.
Alcan.
The only thing I can think of is that she didn't want to be spotted.
What? By who? By us?
I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you.
By the cameras?
I mean, if it were about the cameras, she'd have to have known about the cameras in the first place.
But I never told anyone about the cameras. Tamba was
Monomoko.
the only person I told. And that was after Maya had already died.
Well, I mean, the pool camera was broken, right?
I love Temmie.
Somebody broke
I
it.
love Temmie a lot.
So someone would have had to have known about the cameras. If the pool camera's broken, then is that proof that Mai knew about it?
If you're implying that Mai
Maybe
knew
I
about the
played her, like,
pool
closing
camera and
argument.
destroyed it herself, I feel the need to point out that that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it though? If she knew about the camera, she could break it.
Why would she break the camera at the scene of her own death?
I
we
mean,
wouldn't
either
see?
way, she couldn't have, right? I mean, how would she have even known about the cameras? Wada didn't tell anyone.
Unless he's lying.
Huh?
Masanari?
I'm not. I mean, I didn't. I
my
didn't tell her
God.
anything.
Can you prove it, though? Because I can't think of any other way she'd know about the cameras.
Dinger up
Nobody
Undertale
else could have told her,
crossover?
right? You were the
Oh
only
no.
person who knew.
Not the
Couldn't
son's
she have just spotted them on her
Nagito
own?
wedding.
We've been here for over
No,
a
thank you.
month. Have you spotted any cameras?
I mean, good point, I guess.
I mean, at the very least, Mai knew something we didn't. I can't think of any other reason why she'd be so willing to follow those notes around. She was always so careful and cautious, and, well, I mean, in the early days of being here at least, but still, I don't see why she would have followed those notes without a good reason.
Wait. So, do you guys think I killed her?
I mean, I
Imagine.
don't think you didn't kill her.
What is, again, 3 apple talls and 73 pounds. I know Vaughn says, like, oh yeah, even Hiroaki could beat up Wada. Anyone could beat up Wada. Mike could just, like, sneeze too hard and beat up Wada.
What?
Why were you in the arsenal last night? Easy question.
I already told you.
Okay, let me make it even easier. Why were you actually in
He's
the
a
arsenal
baby.
last night?
Exactly.
I already
He just
told you,
baby.
though.
Hey, easy.
Even though
let's
he's the oldest.
Wada, can you give us a full testimony? Just to clear up the timeline.
A full testimony? Where should I
Wada
testify
sips
from?
a sardine tin.
From when Tamba fell to the body discovery.
That would be the logistics of Wada killing I don't know.
After Hasagawa and Shigeki ran down to the medbay, I went off with Ojima to find Kamigawa. But Ojima wanted to talk to him alone, so he went to go find him by himself. So I went back to the stairs, where Mai and Tamba were.
Right.
I sat there with them for a bit. But then Mai said she had to check on something and told us to wait there. So I waited there. But she never came back.
And we definitely waited for a while.
Yeah, nobody was coming back though. Not Mai, not Ojima and Kamigawa, not Hasagawa and Shigeki. And I mean,
Aw.
Tamba's leg was really hurting, so
Oh my god.
I went to
This is
see if I
sad.
could find anything to splint it with. Just to make sure it stayed, like, steady or whatever.
Sorry for not coming back, by the way. We figured that between the 5 of you, you probably had it handled.
It's fine. But, yeah.
No.
I went to the drama room, 'cause I know they've got, like, throw pillows and stuff in there. So, I got some of those, plus some sweaters from the costume cabinet to tie them up with, plus some rulers from the classrooms. The drama room's actually where we found the crutches, too.
There was crutches already,
Pretty
though?
nifty supply.
He's no orthopedic surgeon, but he got the job done.
Right.
That's too nice of them to have crutches for somebody already.
No, whatever she said, but I got the job
I don't
done.
trust that.
Anyway, after that, Tamba said she wanted to go look for Mai. I offered to come, but she wanted to be alone, so yeah, we split up.
And then,
Suna would be so proud. Yeah.
well... Wada, seriously, this is life or death.
Prop crutches?
I
I
just...
guess.
It sounds bad.
Maybe.
What do you mean it sounds bad?
I don't want to
This
incriminate
is not
myself.
a real court of law, Wada.
I didn't do anything, but it sounds bad.
Wada, whatever you say, or whatever you did,
You got a
we
gun.
promise to look at the entire situation
Please tell me
objectively.
Wada took a gun.
We don't want you to be guilty.
Wada just opens his
We just want to
jacket
figure out what
and like
happened.
5 guns fall out.
I went to the arsenal.
Yes!
What?
For what?
Open your jacket. Let them all fall out. Let them all fall out.
Masanari,
Please.
why would you need that?
Just a small one. Like a little handgun for self-defense. I was alone, and everyone was off.
I know he's saying just a handgun, but the recoil on that handgun would break his little wrist. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm not infantilizing you, Wada. You're a 17-year-old young man. But until, his wrist.
Off separately, and I was stressed, and I didn't know how else
Wada
to
built his
keep
gun
myself
from
safe, because I'm not good at fighting or anything like that, so I was never gonna use it, I promise.
All right, bye,
It
Lenny.
was just to scare people off. If someone tried to attack me, I don't even know how to load it.
What happened next?
I just shoved it in my pocket and went to the EV room. I figured I was the only person who really comes around the EV room anymore, so it would probably be safe.
Is it missing?
I hid out in the dark room until morning. I mean, I fell asleep for a little bit, but I was pretty much up all night.
And then?
When I woke up, I couldn't get back to sleep. And I kept thinking about how weird it was that everyone went missing after leaving Tamba. So, I went to go find Ojima. I'd figured I'd check the balcony since he spends a lot of time up there, so...
God, I'm so curious where this gun's
I
gonna
mean-
go.
I didn't want to look for everyone alone. So I woke him up and asked if he'd come look with me.
Yep, that definitely happened.
We figured we'd start in the basement and work our way up. So we went downstairs to start investigating. But we noticed the pool door was open.
Okay, so
The morning announcement hadn't
I'm
gone off yet.
thinking... I don't know why he forgot that he can't go, but if he went and there's continuing in trouble, that means she was dead way before that. So when did she die? When Wada was in the arsenal? No. I don't know. So night. She died
It should
sometime
have
way in the
still been
night.
locked. We went inside to check it out, and there was Mai.
I mean, I guess that all checks out. Kind of.
Well, wait, hold on. Does it? Wada, you weren't allowed in the basement, right?
Ken, I love you.
That was your dare. You couldn't go back into the basement until the next killing took place.
Wait!
That's a very interesting point, Hasagawa.
I'm
just
feeling
forgot.
smart
I
today,
swear.
y'all.
It has to be a misunderstanding.
Being
He
sick makes
wouldn't.
you good at
Wasn't
art
allowed in
and
the basement
gets my
until
brain
the
cell,
next
like,
murder
working.
took place. That was the rule. So if he knew he could go into the basement, he knew Mai was dead.
It's not like that! I had no idea! I just forgot I wasn't allowed to go down there!
How could you possibly forget that? It was like your only dare.
I don't know. I just forgot, I swear.
That's really not a defense. Think about it. You know Mai's dead in the pool, so you know you can go downstairs without issue. You bring Takeshi with you so the body discovery announcement will activate. You lead him straight to the pool because you know she's in there, and then you pretend to be all shocked when you find her.
But I didn't.
Setting up pretty nicely now.
No,
I
because
think.
it's a sword.
I mean, you were there when Mai was investigating
no
and explaining
way
Okazaki's door trap.
Wada lifted up a
right?
sword that went
No wonder
through
you
Mai.
know how to set your own bomb traps on the doors. And don't try to play dumb on that one either. We know you've got engineering skills. We were all there when you took apart the shake light.
Kamikawa,
yeah.
seriously, I just forgot. I didn't know she was
forgot he
dead.
did
I
that
swear,
too.
I forgot.
You knew how to set the bombs.
Well, I can't
you
exist
knew
in
you
peace.
were allowed to go to the basement. You were the only person who went to the arsenal in the middle of the night. You were the only person who knew about the cameras. So that's why the
no.
pool camera ended up broken. Not sure how we didn't realize it
Why would he
sooner.
tell...
Of course you'd be the one to break it.
Hiroaki, think for a second. If he's the only one with the cameras, why would he tell everyone about the cameras? That incriminated him. That's so dumb, Hiroaki. You're supposed to be smart.
It's like you said, right? You didn't tell a single other person about the cameras. You...
I forgot!
Oh no. Breathe, 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 breathe.
I forgot. I promise I can't think anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. I can't. I'm starving. I'm exhausted. And I'm scared.
no.
I can't think anymore. I can't. I forgot. I
Can't believe
promise
Wada
I forgot.
forgot to destroy the camp.
I promise I didn't do anything bad. I just forgot. I wasn't thinking.
Oh god, he's running out of air.
I didn't do
No,
anything bad.
you're running out of air. Yeah. I'm running my mouse like I can take care of him. Like, it's okay.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything bad. I'm a good kid. I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt you. But I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I'm tired. Fuck. I didn't do anything. I'm a good kid. I didn't hurt anyone. I just forgot. I didn't do anything bad. I didn't do anything bad.
Nope, the suffering.
I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't.
It's okay. Monomoko, can we hug Wada and feed him, please?
I didn't tell Mom the cameras. I don't know how she found out. I didn't tell her. I didn't mean to go into the basement.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten for a week. Of course he forgot.
I think we should go over everyone else's testimonies. That would give us a better idea of the timeline.
Right, yeah. I'll go first.
Right.
After Tamba and I
Feed Wada everlasting
argued,
love. Exactly.
I needed to calm down. So I went upstairs to the balcony to clear my head a bit. I was up there alone for a little while, and then Takeshi showed up and we talked for a bit. I don't know how long. I fell asleep at some point. I didn't wake up until the body discovery. Didn't leave once.
He's right. As far as I know, at least. I fell asleep a little bit after he did.
Wada's been
and
adopted
I left in the
100
morning
times.
before he
Yay.
woke up. At the very least, while I was with him, he didn't go anywhere.
No, I lied. 99 times.
I mean, you can't really be each other's alibis if you both fell asleep, though.
Well, what the hell do you want me to say? That's my alibi. That's where I was. I can't exactly change it.
I know. But I'm just saying, it's not exactly airtight. Just to clarify, though, Ojima, can we hear your testimony? For the same time frame.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like Masanari and Nakamigawa said, mostly. After Ruiko fell,
There you go. Now I'm
Masanari
sure.
and I left to go find Nakamigawa. We looked around for a little while, but after a bit of searching, I realized he was probably up on the balcony, and I figured he didn't want to talk to anyone else. So I told Masanari that I'd go alone.
And yet you still came up.
Well, I mean, I don't count, though, right?
Not in your own mind, apparently.
Can we please get back to
Wow.
your testimony?
Right, sorry. I went upstairs to the balcony, and Nakamigawa was there, so we talked for a bit. After a while, he fell asleep, and, well, honestly, I didn't know everyone else was missing yet, so I just kind of stayed. I wasn't awake too much longer after he was.
Right, that lines up.
Masanari came and woke me up in the early morning hours and told me he wanted to go look for the others. But he was worried about being alone, so
With
I
Wada
went
being
with him.
fed 450, that's
It's like he said.
4.5 meals
We
for
agreed
every
to start in the
Wada.
basement and work our way up, but we found
You're
mine
right, you're
pretty
right.
quickly,
We
so
defeat 100
we
Wadas.
stopped there.
If we all have to testify, then you have to testify too, Hasegawa.
I literally couldn't have gone anywhere. We were locked in the medbay.
Still, you need to have a testimony.
Okay.
Seriously?
If it'll ease her suspicions, let's just get it over with.
Alright. Well,
Feed Wada the funky string thing, give her your paper fan.
after you hurt your leg, Mai told us to run down to the
Yeah, I guess
medbay
I
and
can
grab
do
some
that.
supplies. So, we went downstairs. The door to the medbay swings shut automatically unless you prop it open, so, we ran in and it closed behind us. We couldn't really see anything though, since the power was out, and the smell was really, really strong. So we tried to open the door just to get some light and some air.
But it was stuck.
Right, it wouldn't open.
I kept yelling and banging on it for a while, trying to get everyone's attention, but nobody came. Hasegawa wasn't feeling well, and it was getting late, so we eventually gave up. Hasegawa fell asleep at some point, and I fell asleep fairly soon after.
I didn't wake up until the next morning when Yanagi started pounding on the door again.
Right. When the body discovery announcement went off.
The door didn't actually open again until it was time to gather at the elevator.
How did it open, though?
We have no idea. It just wasn't stuck anymore.
Allow me to clarify.
Huh?
The door was
Okay.
shut rather firmly. It was decided that it would be unfair to punish you for not attending the trial, whilst also not enabling you to attend freely. As such, I opened the door myself. Otherwise, it would have remained stuck, and you would not have been able to participate.
That clears up a lot.
You couldn't have opened it at the start of the
Like, thanks,
investigation?
I guess.
Is it not imperative that we be allowed to investigate?
If the door had been locked, I would have unlocked it, as per the investigation guidelines. However, if the door was only physically sealed, it falls outside of my jurisdiction.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way.
Yay,
Tamba,
thank you, Monomoko.
Testimony.
Huh?
You made Shigeki and Hasegawa testify, so now it's
Tamba,
your turn.
why are you surprised?
Testimony, go.
I mean, sure, that's fine. It's not really all that exciting, though.
Tamba.
After everyone ran off, Hayashi and I just kind of sat there waiting on the stairs. Wada came back after a little while. It's like he said, though, after a bit. Hayashi said she had to go check on something and told us to wait there. We sat around for a bit, but she never came back, and my leg was really hurting. So, Wada went to go grab some stuff from the drama room for me.
Speaking of, those crutches look kind of big on you.
A bit, yeah,
Aw.
but they're better than nothing, you know? Anyway, after we got me all patched up, I wanted to go look for Mai. Wada wanted to come with me, but, I don't know. I was kind of worried to pair off with someone. It was fine on the stairs because everyone knew where I was, but heading off to a different part of the school alone with someone seemed dangerous.
Because you're a paranoid idiot.
Because I was thinking about my own safety!
Nakamigawa, just let her testify.
Anyway, yeah, I went looking for Mai, but I couldn't find her, so I just hung out in the art room for the rest of the night.
Right. I think we can piece together a timeline from that. It would have gone down something like this. After the night game, Tamba and Nakamigawa got into an argument in the stairwell.
You know, we're all talking
Somehow,
about this, but I feel like
Tamba
I'm not
ended
getting
up
any new
injured at the
clues.
bottom of the staircase.
Because he pushed me.
Regardless of what happened, everyone heard Tamba screaming, so he ran to come see what was going on.
All
While
I
everyone was
got from all
rushing
this
to
so
Tamba,
far is that
Nakamigawa ran away.
Wada has a
Whatever.
gun.
Mai sent myself and Hasegawa to go retrieve medical supplies. While Ojima and Masanari left to go find Nakamigawa, Mai stayed behind. Soon into their search, Ojima and Masanari split up. Masanari returned to Mai and Tamba, while Ojima went upstairs to the balcony to speak with Nakamigawa. Meanwhile, myself and Hasegawa had become trapped in the medbay.
No, Stream Elements 1
This all
again.
sounds right so far.
When nobody came back to Tamba's post, Mai said she had to go check on something. Told Tamba and Masanari to wait in the stairwell and left.
The bot cheated.
She went upstairs.
Bot's been cheating
Right.
for a while.
Upstairs.
Leader.
She never came back.
Bored.
So instead, Masanari tended to Tamba's injuries. And then the two of them split up. Tamba left to go look for Mai, and Wada headed to the arsenal to grab a self-defense weapon.
Right.
After that, Masanari went to the Avery room for the night.
Yeah, Stream Elements
Tamba
is still
searched
in
around for
4th
Mai,
place.
but couldn't find her, so she set up camp in the art room
They
for the
found
night.
so many.
Everyone went to sleep around this point in time. In the early morning hours, Masanari woke up, retrieved Ojima, and the two discovered Mai in the pool.
So then what the hell was Mai doing during all this?
Well, whatever she was doing, Wada's right. She definitely went upstairs, so it had to be up there.
Then is it possible that that's when she went up to the resource room? Computer lab. Wherever it was she went.
Okay, well here's another possibility.
Okay.
Somebody's lying. Because someone has to have killed Mai. It can't be Shigeki or Hasegawa because they were locked in all night. It can't be me or Takeshi because we were each other's alibis all night. That means it has to be either Wada or Tamba. So one of them is lying.
What? But I'm not lying! After Wada and I split up,
No, hold on. Don't. I want to ask a question first.
Okay.
Wada, you said you got Tamba's crutches from the drama room, right? From props or costumes or whatever?
Right.
So when you went in to get the crutches, did a door bomb go off?
No, definitely not. The door just opened like normal.
But when you investigated the drama room today, the door exploded,
Oh, God, Hiraki's so smart.
You saw.
right? Good. We agree. So by that logic, that we both agree is sound, the door bombs have to have been set in the middle of the night, right? After you went through the door to get the crutches, but before
So
you
Mai
went
set the
through the
door
door to
bombs.
investigate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. It does make sense. So by that logic that we both agree makes sense, the bombs would have had to be set by someone who was mobile at night. So even if you don't buy our testimony, Yanagi and Hasegawa are cleared. If you do buy our testimony, then it has to be either you or Tamba. Which leads into my question for Tamba.
Yeah?
You were in the art room, right? All night. Which means you would have seen someone setting up the door trap.
God,
yeah?
my boy's so smart.
Must have been asleep or something.
Or, alternatively, you weren't in the art room at all.
I was! I swear I was!
Then what did you see? Yeah?
Fine! I wasn't in the art room!
God, Tamba, tell me you didn't.
Tamba.
I didn't!
Tamba.
I really didn't! That's the only thing I lied about!
Alright, so where were you then?
Hey, welcome in.
I was in the garden. I went upstairs looking for Hayashi, but I couldn't find her. And then I was too tired from moving around on the crutches to go all the way back downstairs. So I just stayed in the garden for the night.
Okay. So I know this is not how it happened, but could you imagine if she could, just like Tamba, also a ponytail, just like on her crutches, just takes a crutch and just shoves mine into the pool with it. I don't know, maybe she had like a knife on the end of her crutch too. Like she'd just be like a tennis ball, wouldn't it? Just like a little tennis ball and just shoves her into the pool. You gotta go? Okay, bye. Tom reminds me of the DVD logo bouncing around the screen.
Hold on. There's no way that's true. You got to the body right away after the body discovery played. There's no way you were 5 floors up.
For fuck's sake, can you just give an actual testimony without lying? It's not that hard. Just tell us where you were already.
I can't!
Tamba hit disorder
Why?
crutches confirmed.
Because it
Exactly.
would make me look really, really bad. It made me look like I killed her.
Well, did you kill her?
No!
Then just give us your damn testimony already. You're making this shit so much harder than it needs to be for no reason.
Tamba, please. If
Not even
you're
calling her
innocent,
Princess Tamba,
you'll be
just regular
exonerated through due
Tamba.
process. We just need to know where you were. Please, just testify one more
Given of
time.
an old man spanking his
Truthfully.
cane has a tiny hammer on it.
Right.
Alright, Tamba, what'd you do? What'd you do, Tamba?
After Wada and I split up, I went down to the basement. I spent the night in the laundry room.
Wait, what? The laundry room's locked at night, isn't it?
I know.
Wait,
And you got in anyway?
My reward for the defense game
I
was a
wonder.
master key for every room in the school that locks at night. The laundry room, the
The pool room?
auditorium, everything.
The pool.
And the pool. Yeah.
You fucking
Hiroaki.
killed her! You absolutely fucking killed her!
I didn't! I swear I didn't!
You did! You fucking killed her!
Hiroaki!
Nobody else could have opened the pool except you! You had a key!
I only used it to get into the laundry room, though.
She got a
I
skeleton
swear,
key.
I had no idea how she
Is there any other way someone could have gotten in? Could someone have broken the lock?
They punish us for breaking locks, though.
Nobody broke the fucking lock! Why are we dodging around like this? It was Tamba! It was obviously Tamba!
You just want it to be me because you hate me!
God, you're so self-absorbed! Why the hell would I want it to be you? I don't care who it is! I just want to get out of here! It's not about picking the killer I'd want the most! It's a...
Oh, TNC, hi! You're gonna cry again? Oh no. I'm too dehydrated to cry right now.
Super chatted $5. Hey Dex. It's been fun
so glad you had
watching your
fun, though.
Tetra reacts. Glad I could be here for the finale. I will probably cry again watching this lol the nautical clay doll.
About facts!
Thank you.
You're the only person who could have broken into the pool in the middle of the night! Not to mention the fact that you were alone
Demi.
the whole time! If it has to be either you or Wada, then it's you!
Just hold on a minute. Should we really be jumping to conclusions like this?
I mean, could Hayashi have broken the lock? I
Well,
know
yeah,
we
instead of paying for colleagues,
get
though,
punished for
it helps me
breaking
pay
things,
for
but
my, my
that didn't
dental
exactly
degree.
stop her before.
After
Dental
last
classes.
time, there's no way she'd try it again.
Definitely not.
We've talked about our
It is out of
alibis
place.
extensively, but we've hardly talked about Hayashi at all. Still don't
Yeah, it's
even
like we really
understand what
haven't.
happened
We've
to
kind of
her.
skipped over that.
Why are we just brushing over this?
We're not, but we need more info. It's a
This
big
is still part
decision. We
one.
can't just vote on one piece of evidence.
Yeah.
Let's look at the state of the body. That might help clear some things up. If we can figure out what happened after she went upstairs, it'll probably tell us a lot.
Good thinking.
Wada, if you wouldn't mind telling us what you guys found?
Why Wada? I investigated the body too!
Because nobody trusts you. Let him talk.
Shut up!
Wait. Okay, so continuing on with my since my Monomoko theory's been completely out the picture now. My Murder on the Orient Express theory is kind of in again. So did everyone have a part in this? It feels like, except for Yanagi. I feel like Ken was in charge of keeping Yanagi locked in the medbay room. I feel like Wada disabled the I don't know, but something about Wada's security cameras. And the fact that when Tamba jumped into the water with her broken leg, that's sus too, right? I don't know what these two did yet, but I'm sure these two were up to something, did a little bit too. And Mai's also... I feel like everyone's in on this murder except for oh my god. What if Yunagi's the single one who gets out? No. No. There's nothing in the story that sets that up. No. And that make me really too sad.
Wada?
Masanari?
Uh-huh.
You were shaking your fist when the Monomoko theorists were out the gate.
Right. What?
I don't know. I just
Tell
feel
us
like
about the body.
Tamba jumping with a broken leg now. I'm suddenly sus of it.
She...
Are you feeling alright?
Yeah, it's just... Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know what.
Out of it.
Tamba may need to
I
do
don't
the
know. I
talking
don't know
after
yet.
all.
I don't know
I can
yet.
talk! I swear! I'll tell the truth this time! All of it!
Yanagi and the Lily arc.
Okay, so, first off, her back. She had blood soaked into the back of her clothes. It was kind of hard to tell because she wears all black. But yeah, we didn't notice until we actually touched her clothes and my hands came up all bloody.
Relax.
You're
We're
just
fine when
talking
you saw
about blood.
Masanari's head wound, right? Get over it.
You're right. Why would there be
That
bombs
was
then?
different. The adrenaline was carrying me.
She had a wound going all the way through her abdomen and out her back. Vertical. Like Wada said. From just above her navel up to her torso. Plus, she had all those gashes on her hands.
Okay.
Exactly where Wada said. I think we're probably right in thinking that she tried to fight back.
But why would she fight
can
the
we
pool?
speed
She
this
didn't
up
fight
already?
a mermaid.
You're the one who was just saying we should talk about the body.
Because I didn't think we'd be rehashing the same points we already went over 20 minutes
That's
ago.
Sorry
Stan.
for
That's
being
a great
detailed.
name.
The stakes
Hi.
are kind of high.
I just want to get this over with already.
Oh, right. Because every extra minute we spend solving Mai's murder is cutting into your shooting up in the bathroom time.
God, Tamba.
Fuck off! Are you serious? I'm not. That's. How is that relevant to anything? Sorry that you don't have any sense of urgency in figuring out who killed your best friend. Probably because you were too busy, I don't know, stabbing her to death? Lucky fucking her. She doesn't have to put up with you anymore.
How could you say something like that? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Tamba?
What's wrong with me? Right now?
Oh god, Yanagi, stop them.
I don't know.
Stop them.
Maybe the fact that my leg is broken? That you went crazy and pushed me down a flight of stairs and ruined my athletic career for the rest of my fucking life?
You know what? Good. I'm glad I ruined your fucking career. I'm glad I ruined the rest.
Tamba. Tamba. It was just last year that you did that to somebody else.
Rest of your fucking life. I hope it's a real rough hour for you until you get executed. I hope you fucking die here.
Nakamigawa, what the hell? Rui, God, I'm so sorry. He didn't mean that. He's not feeling well right now.
Not feeling well? That's what we're calling it? He's a junkie! He wants to rush us through this so he can go down a bottle of pills or shoot him in a toilet stall or something! He's not feeling well because he's gone 2 minutes without...
Just shut the fuck up already! How are you still talking?
But wait, how did Nakamigawa even get, medication?
Drugs?
In the first place?
Just fucking drop it! None of this has anything to do with the case!
Hey guys, we're fine. I know, right?
It was his reward for the confession game. He lost it a week ago.
Then, how'd he get it back?
Someone dropped it off in my dorm a few nights ago. Okay?
What is going on? Hold on. Huh. Tamba wouldn't, right? Tamba had the skeleton key. She wouldn't do that. Would she? That's too far for her.
Who?
I don't know. It was sitting in front of my door when I got back to my room.
Right.
Can we please stay
Yeah, it
focused
wasn't
on the trial?
Santa. We should really be
Just
thinking about that.
Bouncing around topics like this is making it hard for me to concentrate.
We don't have anything left to talk about, though. There's no evidence left.
So
We
what are
knew
you
this?
suggesting?
We knew it
There
was
has to be
magically... Well, one, okay, sorry. I forget things too, okay? No, I mean, not the heroin part. I'm just like... We don't know who dropped it off, right? No, I knew the drugs were... Well, he's just saying that someone just dropped it off in front of his dorm room. We don't know who, though, right? That's what I'm surprised. Right? We don't know who did it? Who dropped it off for him there? I don't know. Maybe I should I have to go back and look up Hiroaki doing heroin episodes.
Something we can talk about. What? Would you rather us just give up and die?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I have no idea where to go from here.
Yeah, okay, so yeah.
We don't know where mine went.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Wada's
shocked at.
barely even coherent right now. Hiroaki's totally losing it.
Tamba, you
Yanagi
two.
and Hasegawa have nothing to contribute to the trial because
It's
they
a
didn't
mystery.
investigate. What are we supposed to do? We're at a dead end. We're screwed.
The culprit, yeah.
Then-
the culprit's writing...
Wait.
So the culprit wrote notes to Mai. Gave Hiroaki drugs. Set up all the bombs. This is just Kokichi, honestly.
Is it possible that all those points are intentional?
Intentional? What do you mean?
I mean, is it possible those obstacles were engineered to make the trial more difficult for us?
I was thinking the same thing, honestly.
I'm lost.
He's
Oh,
suggesting
Tamba.
that someone stole
yeah, and
Wada's
took
food
Wada's food.
stash, returned Hiroaki's reward, and sealed the medbay door specifically to mess with us and ruin our debate.
What? No way. Nobody would think that far ahead.
Well, it certainly takes some of the suspicion off of you, at the very least.
Tamba, it's not you. You're too
I mean,
dumb for this murder.
When you think about it, the killer's probably been planning this whole thing since before Wataru even died.
What?
Wait, what?
No way.
How could you know that?
Well, I mean, Tamba's note was typed, right? That's been bothering me all week now. I've been checking every room I can think of. But the computer lab was definitely the
This is
only
why
room in the
Ken's the
school you could
smartest.
print from. That means if her note was typed and printed,
So you're
it had to have been typed and printed over a week ago. Before the computer lab burned down.
He's all pancake shaped.
It's
Paper
They've been
Kokichi.
planning for that long?
There's no way.
It'd definitely be smart of them.
A lot of killers got caught because of flaws in their plans. If someone took a whole
plans?
week to plan
I'm
out their
sorry.
murder, it
We really just had like one plan from Okazaki and like half a plan from Watari. I don't know about all the killer's plans.
definitely help iron out the kinks.
Exactly.
Then that means
It means we need to rethink anything and everything weird that's been happening up until Mai died.
Oh
For
god.
the whole week?
Doesn't really narrow it down. There's been a lot of weird shit going on this week.
Then we need to look
But now
at
it's making it
all
seem
of
like
it.
it's not Kenda, because why again, Ken
Wada?
would bring this up.
Hey,
If you did it.
Masanari.
Just give me a minute.
Here. Sit for a sec.
there's nothing we can get him?
I'm afraid not.
Then can we, like, take a 10-minute break? Just to, like,
Okazaki
reset
just
a bit?
existed,
You're
and I was
welcome
like, it's
to
Okazaki.
do whatever you'd like with your trial time.
okay, then give us, like, 10 minutes.
Of course.
And intermission. It's gonna. Dang, another hour. Okay. Huh. Sasaki just left. Yeah, Sasaki was a complete accident. Sawa, was Sawa.
Welcome back. You may resume the trial whenever you'd like.
Right. Okay.
Whenever we.
Where
Hold
were
on, hold on,
We
hold
were
on.
about to
That's a loophole. Whenever could be whenever. Let's wait another hour. Oh no, Kawada's starving. Let's not.
go over
Never
the
mind.
past
I
week's
lied.
events.
Right. There's a lot to unpack. For starters,
Seatbelts,
obviously,
seatbelts.
Wada's food going
Got
missing.
my chicken.
Plus my reward turning up. Plus Tamba's weird note.
Hayashi's weird notes, too. She got a lot more of them than I did.
If we're going to mention Maya's notes, we also need to mention all the traps they were attached to. The gasoline, the explosive.
The caltrops.
What about that time the Hasagawa was, like, super high?
What about
yeah.
all those times
And
Takeshi
Ojo
was
got drunk.
I don't even know how that happened. Still don't remember a thing.
And
What about when Yanagi got sick?
yeah, what the heck? An hour of an up, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He was super sick.
As was Nakamigawa. Much sicker than I was at that.
Well, yeah, until I stopped drinking the coffee.
What?
Exactly what I said. I was sick as hell every day, throwing up, breaking out in hives, exhausted, until I stopped drinking the coffee.
What are you
I
talking
should remember
about?
the name for the
Well,
caltrops.
I realized that even after I had cut everything out of my diet to see if it would help, I was still drinking coffee. It was literally the only thing left in my body that wasn't water. So I stopped drinking coffee. Started feeling better real fast.
But I mean, you've been drinking coffee the entire time we've been here, haven't you? Why would you only now start reacting to it?
I thought you didn't like coffee.
He doesn't like most coffee. Honestly, what he drinks is barely even coffee anymore.
No! Hiroaki,
How do you
no!
take it?
Doesn't he usually put a ton of crap in it? Like milk and sugar and caramel and stuff. He's practically baking a cake every morning.
It's the only thing that makes that swill palatable. I need it to wake me up in the morning. That doesn't mean I have to like it raw.
Nobody calls it raw. They call it black.
I was like,
Raw.
what?
It's gross.
But you're
Raw
not allergic
coffee?
to any of that, are you?
Nope. None of it.
Then, is there any chance you accidentally started using soy milk?
Why would that matter?
He's allergic.
He's allergic to soy.
There's no chance in hell. I check the bottle every single time. The bottles look way too similar, so I always check. I'd know if I was using soy milk.
And you didn't change anything else about your diet, right? Just the coffee?
I mean, by that point, there was nothing left to change. I stopped eating because I
Raw
couldn't keep
coffee.
anything down. Plus, I was trying to figure out what was making me sick.
Like,
So,
Hiroaki, that'd be
yeah,
coffee
just the
beans.
coffee. As soon as I cut it out, I was fine.
I mean, should we completely rule out the idea that he just mixed up the bottles, though?
I think that for the sake
all
of the
this, yeah.
investigation, we should assume everything was intentional until otherwise proven. I don't want crucial evidence falling through the cracks just because we decided to offer the benefit of the doubt.
So you think we
That's
should
why I'm
assume
not-
someone made him sick on purpose?
I love
So we
almonds and
need
soy
to
milk.
think deviously.
That's why I can't be here.
How would they poison his coffee?
Well, I mean, you hate him, right? How would you poison his coffee?
I didn't.
I know, but like, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, Tamba,
Well,
if you're gonna
if
kill
it's only
Hiroaki.
hypothetical, then yeah, I like this question. I'd grab something from the chem lab. Ooh, or from the medical bay. Then I just slip it in the milk or caramel or something. Oh, or even easier, I just swap the milk in the 2 bottles.
What?
Yeah, I'd pour the regular milk into the soy milk bottle and the soy
gosh.
milk into the regular
Tamba
milk
poison
bottle.
moment. Yeah.
That way, he'd think he's drinking the regular milk, but it'd really be soy milk.
He would taste the difference though.
There's no way it's
Oh no,
that
but he puts all the
simple,
stuff in it, huh?
Right?
I mean, it would go pretty easily undetected, right? If he's only using that milk for coffee and he's adding like 5 other things, it
Yeah.
would cover up the difference in taste pretty easily.
Do they even taste that different?
Yes.
It's plausible if nothing else. It would certainly explain
It tastes
why his
very
symptoms
different.
look so much like an allergic reaction.
Honestly, yeah, it makes sense. Pretty telling that Tamba's the one that thought of it, though.
It was a hypothetical. That's not admissible in a court
Tamba
of
and her
law.
common
I
sense.
don't
Sorry.
think any of this would be admissible in a court of law.
Who could have swapped the bottles around, though?
Anyone. Literally anyone. We need a more specific example to tackle. What else was going on this week?
Well, what about Masanari's stash?
Huh?
Has anyone been in your room as of late?
I mean, I don't actually know how long my stuff has been missing for, but Ojima's been by, I guess, and
Huh.
Hasegawa.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I promise I didn't take anything.
Ojima wouldn't accidentally take his food while like off in his thought dissociative state, right? He's only grabbed
you were
Hiroaki.
there
That's
when I
everything he
left,
did in that
so
state, I think.
You would have seen me take stuff either way.
Same.
Then how long has it been missing for?
I mean, if it's been missing for a really long time,
I really hope Tetra
could
Blue is running
someone
gag about
have
Tamba
used
and her
another
poison.
fake key? Like, before the 2D printer got melted?
I never looked at the cast. I'm assuming the cast is different, right? Like the cast wouldn't just be like the survivors thrown in for season 2. I will cry if it's that for them. I want
3D
Hoover
printer.
out to be out
Every
and
printer
free
is 2D.
and happy.
I
Not
mean,
happy. I mean, I'm not happy.
except
They're not
for a
going to
3D
be, but
printer.
like,
Shut up.
I mean, we know the killer's been prepping since before the fire, so it's definitely not out of the question.
Which, once again, means that anyone could have taken it.
Is it really as general as the
it's
milk?
different.
though?
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you right now, I'd have no idea how to make a key with that thing.
Honestly, yeah.
Can't say
Regardless,
much. Okay. Yeah. Oh
it
yeah.
opens
Obviously,
up a
obviously tell me.
possibility. We need something more specific. What else do we have left to work with?
Well, what about when you got sick?
That's right. You've been sick for like a while now, right? How often?
Tetra Blue ever gets
God.
resurrected, we go for another round.
Practically every day. It's been unrelenting.
Have you been eating anything weird?
Not that I can think of. Besides, we've all been eating the food in the fridge, right? So if it were that, you'd be sick as well.
Well, he's definitely not faking it.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
should know.
I realized I
I was
asked
there while
a
he
very
was puking.
spoilery
Ugh,
question. I didn't mean
so
to. That was my bad.
tactless.
Tactless? How do you comfort a vomiting person with tact?
Whatever. Just Shigeki, do you feel sick now?
Actually, I don't. Shockingly.
Perfect. That helps us narrow down the cause. What's different about today?
Well, I was locked inside the medbay, for starters.
Okay, so what did you miss doing while you were in the medbay?
Didn't eat breakfast,
I mean,
yeah?
I haven't eaten anything yet. But again, we've ruled that out.
Right, okay. So what else?
I haven't had any water either, but I feel like that falls under the same net.
So what else?
I mean, I haven't been able to exercise, I suppose. I haven't taken my painkillers either.
Painkillers?
That might be something.
You think?
It's something that only you were doing. taking painkillers from the medbay, I mean. So it makes sense that only you would be affected.
Plus, if you didn't take them today and you're suddenly not feeling sick, that's a pretty good sign.
Why was he taking painkillers anyway?
For my concussion.
Well, I mean, how soon after taking them did you typically start feeling sick?
Actually, not long after at all. Sometimes I would even go as far as to take a second dose if I felt that I hadn't kept the first one down for long enough to be effective.
Don't do that.
And it was mainly just the throwing up, right?
That would be correct, if not somewhat crass.
Then, is it possible that his painkillers had been swapped out with emetics?
Emetics?
Drugs that make you vom.
I mean, we did have them in the med bay. I know that much. They looked pretty much the same as some of the painkillers, too. Just little white pills.
But what would be the point of poisoning Shigeki? I'm not really following
This is
why they
so
want to go after so many
confusing.
people.
They were probably trying to mess up as many of us as they could. If none of us are feeling well or thinking straight, it would probably make the entire trial a lot easier for them.
And much more difficult.
The pills had to look different, though. All the pills pills specifically look different, so you don't switch them up like that, though. But you know, maybe he's not. Yeah, they're highly stressed, I guess.
For us.
I hate to say it, but either way, anyone
Please
could
come
swap
wasn't
the
here to get
pills
messed with
out,
med
so
stuff. Oh my gosh, you're right.
what else have we got?
Can we talk about my note?
When did we stop talking about your note? I feel like that's all I've been hearing about for like a week now.
Well, I mean, at the very least,
Vom
your
Vom?
note had to have been printed before Watari died, right? We've established that. That's way too long for us to be able to grab anyone's alibis.
But what about Mai's notes?
Actually, that's not a bad point. Mai's notes, were they typed or handwritten?
Handwritten, for sure.
Then that means they were
really
probably
feel like
written
no one here did
after
this.
Watari died. Otherwise, it's safe to assume they'd just keep using the printer.
That makes it easier to narrow down a suspect, at the very least.
Does it?
I mean, with Mai's notes in
I
play,
really cannot figure out who
it
did
kind of
this.
seems like an open and shut case. Can't we just compare everyone's handwriting?
Do you have a sample of everyone's handwriting?
Well, no, but like...
And do we have any of Mai's notes?
Then...
Watch you be
the notes are a
surprised.
dead
Sal
end
was
too?
not dead.
How can there be so
Sal
many
was getting
dead
her
ends?
revenge.
What else do we have to work with? What else was weird about this week?
Nakamigawa's reward getting returned.
Right. I almost forgot about that.
Who knew about his reward, though?
After his fight with Harada, I think just about everyone knew about it.
Whatever. Just, this is so dumb. It's another dead end. Why are we harping on this?
Hey, you're okay.
But with that in mind, from what I recall, the entire point of contention was that Harada didn't have Nikawa's reward. So how did it turn up again?
Yes,
I'm not
thank
sure
you,
how
Yanagi.
someone would have known where to find it.
Well, wait! Does that mean the killer was planning this whole thing from way back in week 2? Are they the one that stole Hiroaki's reward from Harada in the first place?
That was hunting them,
No,
obviously.
there's no
Exactly,
way.
exactly.
I mean, their plan involved sending Mai to the student cafe, right? We had no idea the student cafe was even here until a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but who's to say that they didn't just change their plans at the last minute when they found a more suitable location?
It kinda seems like there'd be way too many variables to plan out a murder that far in advance. I mean, what if their target died?
That's a good point, I suppose.
So maybe the killer didn't steal Hiroaki's reward from Harada.
It's Okazaki.
Maybe they just knew where
Honestly,
to find
it
it
feels
after
really
someone else
Okazaki-like.
stole it from Harada.
But who would steal from Harada's room?
Fuck's sake.
The
Okay,
Phantom
hold on.
Thief-
Crazy. Whoever says they're scheming. What if... I'll say, what if Okazaki didn't die and took someone else's place? Or someone else took their place? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Nagoya!
Don't say it like that.
Hana, no.
Oh, we gotta hear that again. We gotta hear that again.
Idea the student cafe was even here until a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but who's to say that they didn't just change their plans at the last minute when they found a more
Good
suitable
question.
location?
It kinda seems like there'd be way too many variables to plan out a
I
murder
know
that
she's
far in
not
advance.
alive.
I mean, what if their target died?
That's a good point, I suppose.
So maybe the killer
I
did
don't
steal
know.
Hiroaki's reward from Harada. Maybe they just knew where to find it after someone else stole it from Harada.
But who would steal from Harada's room?
Fuck's sake.
The Phantom Thief of Nagoya!
Don't say it like that.
Hana, no.
There we
Okazaki.
go, one more time.
Of course it would be Okazaki.
Well, if we figured it out that quickly, it's safe to assume the killer could have as well.
Then it's another
Yeah,
thing
if
that
Tamba
anyone
figured it
could have
out.
done. Another dead end. Perfect.
Actually, I'm not so sure it's a total dead end. I feel
You're
like
right.
I'm noticing
What if
a
it's
bit
just
of a pattern
zombie?
here.
What do you mean?
Okazaki.
I mean that as we've established, a ton of planning went into this thing. A plan with this many steps, put into play that far in advance? That's pretty meticulous. It'd have to be someone pretty clever, right?
Everyone looks like
Pretty
Ken.
meticulous themselves.
Ken, you're the only smart one here. Oh, I mean, there's other smart people, but
What are you implying?
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Ken's like,
This
huh?
whole thing's pretty well thought out. A lot more thought out than someone like Wada or Tamba could handle. Credit where credit is due, you're about as clever as you are boring. If anyone was going to come up with a plan like this, it'd be you.
But I had no idea that half of this stuff was even happening. Besides,
Wait, didn't Hasagawa get poisoned too, though?
I did. And besides, we already agreed that the door bombs were set up in the middle of the night. So, it couldn't have been me. I was locked in the medbay with Yanagi.
He didn't leave once. I can attest to that. Regardless of how plausible it sounds, it's just not possible.
Exactly.
We tried everything to get that door open. There's no way he would have been able to just open and walk out. Not even while I was asleep. Either way, it was still sealed when I woke up in the morning.
Then, yeah,
God damn it. Those are my two prime suspects.
know,
You're
I know,
telling me this
Hiroaki.
was a Wada plan? A Tamba plan?
It wasn't a Wada or a Tamba plan. We didn't do anything.
Hasagawa.
but doesn't this mean we're back to square one again? We haven't figured anything new. Do we even have anything left to talk about?
We haven't completely blown
Yeah,
through
I
our
know.
list of weird shit
The
yet.
Hama portrait's terrible.
Let's talk about
And
Takeshi
like,
getting drunk.
Good trying, but dear God.
How many times this week was Takeshi
I'm blocking it with my
completely
microphone so I don't
plastered?
see it.
Like 3? What was he even drinking?
No idea. I don't even remember getting drunk.
Poor Tiger Trio to the right
Only
there.
being drunk.
I vividly remember you being drunk.
But how did it even happen?
Should you be the one asking that? I feel like you should know.
Well, simple enough. Let's just think of everything in the school that could possibly get you drunk.
Could it have been Hiroaki's bottle of acetone?
My nail polish remover? That's alcoholic?
It is, yeah.
Well, either way,
Ew,
he
God, did he drink
definitely
nail
wasn't
polish remover?
drinking. I'd have noticed it disappearing. I use it all the time.
Then, what about the rubbing alcohol from the medbay? Or the mouthwash from the storage room?
Rubbing alcohol's pretty dangerous to drink.
It is, but it'd work.
Well, for one thing, I know it's not mouthwash.
How?
Because when he was drunk off his ass the other day talking about how he'd never drink mouthwash and then immediately said he drank mouthwash, I went and checked our mouthwash supply. He didn't drink any mouthwash.
Then we can rule that out, at least.
Though rubbing alcohol seems quite a bit more plausible.
Wada and I couldn't find anything in his bag, though. We dumped the whole thing out.
You dumped out my bag?
Yeah, sorry. We were in a hurry.
Point is, there was nothing in it. No booze. I
Nail
mean,
polish remover smells like
completely
alcohol?
clean.
Makes sense.
Well, okay.
yeah, that's true.
Here's a question
That's
then.
true.
Did anyone actually see Ojima drinking anything?
What do you mean?
Like, whatever he drank, when he actually drank it, did anyone see him drink it? Then he only ever
Culprit's
drank when he was
Chiba.
alone.
What?
That means that he was either drinking it himself.
She was acting
willingly,
dead the whole time.
and
She's
it
not
has
good of an
nothing to do with the
actress.
case. Or someone was force feeding him while he was dissociated.
Just gotta take off this bar for her face to be like, ta-da! It was me the whole time.
What?
Seriously?
Someone did what?
No,
Sorry, I made a joke and distracted my own self from seeing important information.
Willingly, and it has nothing to do with the case. Or someone was force feeding him while he was dissociated.
What?
Seriously?
Someone did what?
No, I would have noticed.
No.
Well, I mean, hold on. Are you? Because you've been spacing out hard lately.
I have?
Yeah, harder than usual. Would
All
you have
right.
noticed?
I would have noticed.
So she's like
I would
cussing
have.
Wada.
Takeshi,
I mean, for what it's worth, you didn't notice when you were, grabbing my arm the other day.
But
Okay, so that's what that comes. That's what I was
I would have
foreshadowing.
noticed
Okay.
if someone was force feeding me booze while I was blacked out.
I don't know. I kind of
God.
feel like you wouldn't. I mean, we've all seen how hard you space out sometimes. It took us forever to wake you up during loyalty game.
But
And not to mention the fact that you didn't even wake up during the fire.
I
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
don't know what's wrong with me.
Takeshi?
Ever since I hurt Ken, I've been trying to stay grounded. I've really been trying.
I can't hug
I've
people
really
like a
been
mouse.
trying.
Hug. It's okay. It's
know,
okay. It's okay.
but
Don't
are
worry.
you?
But it just makes it worse every time I break. I try so hard to stay grounded, and then I slip and just... I'm gone. I can't come back. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
Hey, come on, pull it together.
Whoever did this.
Takeshi, we need you here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's think. Let's think. Looking back at this thing, Tetro, this is very sick. Yeah. So option is someone who's like kind of evil, right? But again, Okazaki's gone. It's not Okazaki. I don't see anyone here being like evil or a traitor, I guess, this whole time. Tell me what Tetro did this, Pink. This culprit has extra stinky vibes. Exactly. I know, thinking time. I know. think. So I'm trying... Because at first I was like, I don't know. Because, like... I feel Vaughn wouldn't do the cheating way out and be like, oh, in Ojima's dissociative state has, like, you know, also this sort of identity disorder and, like, an evil version of him comes out. I don't think Vaughn would do that. Like, that's a kind of overdone little trope that, you know, we don't touch anymore, because, yeah, I don't think... Let it happen naturally. But I like thinking, too. Kick your brain to high gear. Okay. Come on, brain cell. Let's do this. I don't think it's Hiroaki. I don't think at all it's Hiroaki. And Tamba's final girl. Tamba has to be okay. Tamba's fine. So, what? Are we thinking an evil mastermind like Wada? But there's no mastermind. We know it's not a mastermind. That trope should stay buried. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, I highly doubt that's going to be a thing. So our options are either like, I guess not even a mastermind, but like an evil Wada who's in place for like forever. Like, no way. He can't think. I've not been able to like when you're starving like that, you don't think well at all. I'm surprised he's even like, you know, coherent in like this trial. And then so it brings me back to like, I know I'm gonna throw mine here for the third person on culprit. Like at one point I was thinking, you know, yeah, no mastermind, no traitor. But do we think? So from chapter 2, right? That this has all been, or week 2, that this has all been in the plans. I don't think Ken was lying about his feelings for Kazutoshi at all. And I don't think Yanagi and Mai were lying about their feelings for each other at all. So Mai's a big question mark? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna hit play because I don't know. I don't know.
Breathe.
Evil Yanagi killed Mai
At the
because he
very
disrespects
least,
him.
this is an actual lead.
Mai just slipped into
Someone
the pool.
would have had to come into actual physical contact with him. This isn't leaving something outside a door or switching bottles around in the kitchen. It's direct
They thought it was
contact.
plenty when they started that. Okay, okay.
That's awfully bold of them.
Well, hold on. We should make absolutely sure first. Just to be clear, they had to have force-fed him? They couldn't have convinced him or
But Ken's
coerced
being
him
too
into
helpful in the
drinking it
trial,
himself?
too.
I seriously doubt it. You can't really give him tasks or anything while he's checked out
Like,
that.
Ken's the one who made him
You can
think
drag
back
him
more than
around,
just
sure, but you can't, like,
these past
give
couple
him
days.
commands. He just hangs out. That's all it is.
You're an avid
That
Shigeki
means
shipper?
nobody could command him to
And
kill
why would your
someone.
Harrison's a prologue? Your
It's
death
not
is
like he's a
devastating?
robot or something. He's just spaced out.
Regardless, even if it does confirm that someone had to come.
If it's one of these two, and every single ship I liked has dies, it's like, fine. I thought we were playing Danganronpa and not
into
Battleship.
direct
What is
contact with
this?
them, we still don't know who that person is. It isn't really much of a lead at all in practice.
What? I thought it was obvious who it was.
Huh?
I mean, it's Hiroaki, right?
Tamba!
Excuse me?
Of course not.
I mean, Nagawa would definitely know Ojima's reflexes a lot better than we would.
That could be too helpful when
He's
Sulfur
with him,
died?
like,
Because
all
if
the
he was the
time.
Black, he wouldn't be as
It would
helpful.
certainly make some degree of sense.
So I don't think he's helping
What the
too much.
hell
to
are you
be
talking
the
about?
culprit.
Well,
Well, nothing. Are you serious? How could you even imply that? He wouldn't do that to me. Not to mention what you're insinuating. What, you think he killed Mai? Are you kidding me?
Takeshi!
No! Nakamigawa, listen to what they're saying. It's ridiculous!
I mean, in fairness, Hiroaki was pretty strongly against drunk Ojima.
Or so he says. It could have pretty easily just been an act.
Right.
I'm just saying.
What? Sorry, you
Hiroaki's
woke
the
up to
one
say
that's around
right
him
at
all
this?
the time. If anyone was gonna force him to get drunk while he was zoned out, it'd be the guy who's always around him. He'd always have the perfect opening.
That doesn't make any sense, though. If he was the one poisoning me, if he was the one that killed Mai, wouldn't that also mean that he was the one that stole from Masanari and wrote Ruiko's note? And, more importantly, poisoned
She was
himself?
defending his boyfriend.
Why would he do that?
Ojima, relax.
I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, do we know that all the sabotages came from the same
This is the
person?
best trial in a fan can.
Ah!
It can't be multiple people, can it?
Why does this have to be so complicated?
Come
Right.
on!
Well, I mean, it's just...
So I've been like dragging
possible,
Sasaki's
isn't
corpse
it?
out of
There's
Medbay.
no
I'm like,
way.
you're smart.
No way.
Please be alive again.
What are
Help
the odds
us.
that two people would be planning a super complicated sabotage-fueled murder at the same time?
I mean, surprisingly high, aren't they?
Kazutoshi,
Whoever the killer
too.
is, they were planning
Dragging
their
both
kill
their
at the same
corpses out to
time
help
Watsuri
us.
was planning hers. So I mean, it's already happened once.
I'm certainly not saying we should automatically assume there were multiple saboteurs, but I don't think we should entirely rule it out.
Okay, well, I mean, here's another question then. How did Hasagawa get high? He doesn't zone out. He'd remember it happening.
Huh? Well, I mean,
You're glad Tamba's off the
honestly,
board.
I don't remember it at all. I was feeling fine all
She turns
morning
out to
and
be
then
a super smart,
no idea.
evil
completely
planner
out of it.
person.
And it only
I'm not
happened
gonna
one
believe
time,
it. I'm really not.
right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Then, what?
I'm actually like,
That's
she's
weird,
the
though.
real
How do you
like
mean?
ultimate actress
I mean,
here.
like, one time, a few days ago, how does that impact him in the investigation and trial? It wouldn't, right?
That's a good point, actually.
Then why'd they even bother?
Well, maybe there was something else the killer didn't want me to be around for. What else was going on while I was,
oh
out of commission?
crap! I
Most
don't
of us
know.
were completely bound to the dining hall, if I recall. I know I was at the very
I'm
least.
sorry. I'm
Takeshi
sorry.
and I were down.
Go back that sentence, please. Where were you bound? Hold on.
Out of commission.
Most of us were completely bound to the dining hall.
Which is it? Is Yanagi lying? Is this dining hall or medbay?
Hall. I know I was at the very least.
Takeshi and I were down too.
Right. That sounds familiar.
Mai was watching you guys for a while, but then she said she had to check on something and passed you guys off onto me.
Sounds like she was checking on something a lot this week.
That's typically code for her notes.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say.
we had them.
She was probably following one of her notes.
Then maybe the killer just wanted to make sure she was completely alone.
For what?
Dining
the-
hall makeshift
Maybe
medbay.
they wanted to meet with
Okay.
her?
She was the only person unaccounted for, though. All the rest of us were in the dining room.
He's right. It can't be that.
I mean, if we were all out of commission, it definitely seems like the killer wanted to get her alone. I just don't understand why they'd want her alone, if not to meet with her.
Well, maybe it was Mai who wanted Mai alone.
As,
So we're
as
back
much as
to
I hate to say it,
Mai again.
there are too many weird connections to Mai to
Okay.
completely rule out the idea that she
Okay.
may have been involved in the plan.
How would that make any sense? Why would you be involved in her own murder plot?
Well,
Because
I mean,
she loves you.
maybe she wasn't involved intentionally. Could they have coerced her into it? Or, like, tricked her, I mean?
Oh, or maybe she had some kind of ulterior plan. One that got interrupted or something.
Or maybe she was planning to kill someone.
Excuse me?
Maybe this was her plan the entire time. I ruled her out initially because she's dead, but Mai's pretty bright. She's definitely in the short list of people that could have actually come up with a plan
Okay,
like this.
okay.
Except she didn't.
Unless she did, of course.
Is it not
Nuh-uh,
enough for you that,
nuh-uh.
that she's dead? Can you shut up for once?
Shigeki,
Tamba, are you
let's just
defending
rule it out so we
Hiroaki?
can move on.
What evidence do you have that even imply that Mai knew anything more than we do?
Well, I mean, she knew how to navigate around the cameras. Look, I want to rule this out if we can, okay? But we can't ignore evidence just because we don't like it.
She didn't
Marjorie Bright
kill
wants to have a
herself.
dozen door traps.
Right,
And
but
she certainly didn't plan to kill anyone else.
I mean, in fairness, if anyone here managed to overpower Mai, I'll be impressed.
Shut up, Nakamigawa!
God, can you just let us talk without losing your shit every 5 minutes? You don't even
hit
have to
Rocky.
contribute. Just let us figure this out.
You-
What were you saying, Ken? She knew how to navigate around the cameras?
right. Going through the sewing room floor, getting all the way down to the pool without being spotted, she knew how to navigate around the cameras. So if nothing else, that's one thing she knew that we didn't.
What else have we got?
Well, I mean, she left Wada and Tamba all alone in the stairwell, right? Even though Tamba had a broken leg, they were completely vulnerable. For Mai to do that, she'd have to have a pretty good reason.
Like what?
That note must have been pretty important.
If there even was a note.
Now you're just being blatantly
She's like,
ridiculous.
"Don't keep bringing
Of course
Kieran
there
Bond's
was a
intelligence
note.
list?" Oh my
She'd
God.
been following them all goddamn week.
Mai being involved would also explain how she got down to the pool from the third floor at all. I mean, I don't think any of us could have carried her, but she definitely could have walked.
You're completely discrediting the idea that she was simply killed in the pool in the first place. Nobody would have needed to carry her if they'd already killed
Can I
her
use your
in the
fave?
pool room.
I mean, well, yeah, that's
But you're
definitely
with
possible,
Hiroaki on
but,
there, yeah.
but we don't really have any evidence to suggest that's the case.
Well, we certainly don't have any evidence to prove she died anywhere else.
Like
You're right, you're right.
a third,
We
little
don't
over
know
a third
where
of the
she
way
died.
through.
She could have died in the
chapter
pool
part
room, she
two.
could have died upstairs. We
You
don't
want a battle
know.
royale? Sure.
Of all the times for us to not use luminol.
Do we even have any luminol left after Hasagawa's little
Incident?
romp?
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 I
Romp?
don't know. I was trying to be tactful.
Can I add something?
What's up?
Luminal romp.
Well, Mai definitely knew what we had in the arsenal, right? Since she's the one who itemized it. Plus, she set off that explosive in the library the other day. So, she definitely knew we had bombs in there.
So you're suggesting she set up the door bombs?
I'm saying it's possible.
Well, we know she knew how to do it. She's the one that explained Hanano's door trap during that trial. She could have probably rigged up something similar.
That was a completely different type of trap. You're just making wild jumps in logic now.
More importantly,
Yeah, Mai's dead. Mai's dead.
Mai's the only person who was completely
Okay.
unaccounted for all night.
Did I
Are
say
you
Lupital?
serious? What the hell are
Luminol.
you expecting her
Luminol.
to do? Testify?
Shigeki, nobody saw her.
Why are you doing this to her? What the hell is your problem? She fought so
Taking
hard to
wrong
keep us
path.
safe. Why the hell are you dragging her name through the mud like this? She's dead. What more do you want from her? She would never do this to any of you. To me!
Well, this is sounding awfully familiar. Ask Hama how he feels about that logic.
Nakamigawa!
Shut up!
Wait, so hold on. You guys think she killed herself?
Honestly, no. I can't see her doing that. Not Mai. I feel like if her goal was to commit suicide and get us all out of here, she'd have done it with a lot less complication. She'd have gone with something simple. Something we'd figured out right away. If she had killed herself with the hope that we get to leave quickly,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have made a case of it.
Then maybe it wasn't about saving us. Maybe she was trying to get one specific person free.
You're not gonna fish out.
Still feel like Mai wouldn't do something like that.
Well,
I mean, Watari did.
who was she close with?
Oh, I wonder who. I wonder who she was close with.
Don't even start.
Hold on. He wouldn't.
Don't even start! I was locked in the medbay all night. I was sealed in the dark with 9 rotting corpses all night. What the hell do you think I could have possibly done? I couldn't go anywhere. I had nothing to do with her death.
I mean, it wouldn't really matter that you were locked in the medbay all night if you and Mai had planned something out in advance. Some stupid trap scenario like Okazaki and Suno or Watari and Hama.
I'm not sure those are great comparisons.
I'm just saying, we've proven repeatedly now that you don't need to be with someone to kill them.
Have you already forgotten about the door bombs?
Not at all. But Mai could have planted them, right? Even if you were locked up.
Except that she didn't. And she wouldn't. Mai is a good person.
She was a good person.
Hiroaki, wow.
You...
No.
You're gonna get punched in
Go
the face
on.
again.
Continue making an ass of yourself. It's making you look real innocent. Very compelling when you absolutely lose your shit like that.
But wait, that still doesn't make sense. Even if she just wanted Shigeki to escape and didn't care about the rest of us, she could have just killed herself, right? If she killed herself in some simple way that was easy to figure out, we all could have just gone home, Shigeki included.
Alright, so maybe it wasn't that simple then. Maybe she wanted exclusively Yanagi to get out of here alive. Maybe she didn't want the rest of us getting out of here at all.
Do you even hear yourself? Why the hell would you want that?
Well, maybe she knew something the rest of us didn't.
What?
Wait, she's trying to
wanted
Nagito
everyone
this?
to make it out of here alive. What could she have possibly known that would change that?
She had everyone's student files sitting in her room, didn't she? Maybe she read something she didn't like.
Do you really think she'd be that petty?
I don't know. Maybe it was something particularly bad. Maybe she had a grudge against one of us. Thought we deserved to go.
But I mean, surely something that bad would have been brought up during one of the truth games, right? I don't think the rabbit would let us keep something like that a secret for the entire game.
Good point. If you've got some sort of deep dark secret, they'll probably make you confess it.
Regardless, mine never even read those files. Your theory.
Mine chose Dare every single time too, in the Truth or Dare challenge. No. Last one she chose Truth. Mai, what are you hiding?
Theory makes no sense. What the hell do you even think happened?
Glad you asked. Here's how it all went down.
No
So a
despair
week
sprite
ago,
yet?
before Watari died, Mai went
Watch
up to
them all
Shigeki
get
with a
it.
plan.
Watch every single
no,
one of them
no,
get it.
no, don't even start.
Yeah, seriously.
You literally asked what I thought happened.
Regardless,
Despair, hi.
your theory is already
Feel about
garbage.
people, you should do
I
an
can tell
exclamation
that much
despair
from the
check.
very first sentence.
Oh yeah? How?
Because I wasn't involved, and neither was Mai. I was the one insisting very vocally that she stop following the notes around. What the hell would I do that if I'm the one writing them?
Hiding
Or
for
if she
tonight.
was the one writing them?
And Mai was hiding the soul vote.
Kind of agree with
That's right,
Shigeki,
that's right.
honestly. I mean, I know how the evidence looks like, but, like, I just can't see Mai going along with a plan that ends in her dying. I don't see how she'd agree to that.
Well, what if she didn't know about that part?
What?
What if she thought it was just an escape plan? She went through the steps thinking she was contributed towards an escape, and at the last minute, the plan changed.
Huh. That's a bit more believable, actually. She certainly was hellbent on escape.
But like,
That didn't happen.
So if someone will generously allow me to speak, I'd like to go over what I think actually happened to Mai.
go, Hiroaki, go.
So, a week ago, before Wataru dies, they come up with this plan. Maybe Mai's a bit skeptical, maybe Shigeki's a bit skeptical. But just to be sure they've got the time to think it over, they put a specific date on the first note. Tamba's note. Just to be sure that they have to go through with it. Or just to buy themselves a few days to think about this first. It doesn't really matter. Point is, Yanagi starts pumping out notes for Hayashi as per the plan. Then, they start constantly arguing about the notes to cover up the fact that Yanagi wrote them, as per the plan.
Enough prattle! What do you think actually happened?
No, let him go.
I think that last
let him go,
night
let him
when
cook.
Tamba fell, Hayashi sent you to the medbay just like she was supposed to. I think you sealed yourself and Hasagawa
then you
inside,
find a spirit,
just
dang.
like you were supposed to. And then she...
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, Hiroaki. I don't know.
well...
Where did this
You have
pointy
no
sword
idea.
thing that stabbed
do.
her?
I'm
The
just
shish kebab
thinking
her.
about it.
You don't even know how she died. You don't even know how you think I managed to kill her.
I do!
Then explain it.
There's gotta be something I'm missing. Something that makes sense. I mean, I'm just not seeing how you went about actually killing her from inside the medbay.
I didn't, because that's ridiculous and impossible.
I think he might be right about this one. Even if Mai was mobile all night and set the door bombs up herself,
100%.
she'd still need another mobile person to actually,
That's a lot to
you know,
spare, human.
off her.
Exactly. Not that she even set the bombs in the first place. But your theory holds zero water.
Okay, just...
What?
relax. You're off the hook.
What do you mean?
Did you
Would
figure something out?
Well, I mean, we know it can't be Shigeki or Hasagawa because they were locked in the medbay. We know it can't be me or Ojima because we were each other's alibis. By that logic, it has to be either Wada or Tamba. And quite frankly, looking at the state of Wada, I highly doubt he had the strength to do much of anything at all last night.
What are you saying?
I'm saying we've circled back. You're in the hot seat again.
But
No, we still have half an hour left.
I mean, what he's saying does make a certain degree of sense.
But it couldn't have been me. I was in the laundry room all night.
According to your word and zero evidence.
But I really was.
But, I mean,
Why is she
Tamba was
facing? We have
injured.
half an hour left.
she still is
We
injured.
have 40 minutes left.
I don't know if she could have killed someone when she can barely even walk.
Yeah, exactly. Especially someone as strong as Mai. I couldn't.
It does seem kind of far-fetched.
I mean, Tamba's been pretty openly desperate to escape. I don't think it's completely
What?
unthinkable that she might have chose to kill someone.
But Mai?
But how?
Yeah, Mai. Why wouldn't it be Mai? She's a perfect target.
Oh, yeah. Because nothing screams perfect.
Did Tamba get scared and accidentally kill Mai? Oh my gosh, a lot of deleted messages. Jesus.
Target like a girl who's practically three
I'm gonna
times
not
my
look at
size
chat for,
and
like,
build.
It's not
5
about
minutes.
strength. Strength wouldn't matter here.
Everyone, please be chill.
She trusted you
Please be chill
completely.
in chat.
She would have let her guard down around you. You would have had the perfect opportunity, an opportunity none of the rest of us would have had.
But I didn't.
That's absurd. Tamba wouldn't kill Mai.
Okay, before we start falling down another rabbit hole of that god-awful she would never defense, I just want to take this moment to quickly remind everyone that Tamba was the only person in this entire building with access to the pool. And ask you guys, how in the hell do you think Mai could have gotten inside any other way? Exactly.
Tamba?
I didn't do anything.
You...
I didn't do anything! But listen to me! I wouldn't hurt her! I didn't
I'm just
do
concerned that she
anything!
has
Do I need to
she's
explain
probably
it?
this and she's not getting
Why do
angry.
I
She's getting
always
scared.
have to explain it?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Come on. You don't even believe that anymore. Why are you still saying it?
I'd find it helpful if you explained it, yeah.
Perfect. So here's what happened. Tamba decided that Mai was her easiest
believe
way
this.
out of here. Mai trusted her. Mai was desperate to get everyone out of here, and that made Mai super easy to manipulate.
There's
She
still too-
typed
there's
up a
still too
little
much trial
threat,
left.
printed it out, and then hid it for herself and Mai to find together. When Mai saw that Tamba was being threatened, she went on high alert. After all,
my God,
she was
Tamba
supposed to
would
be
write her own
protecting
death note.
Tamba, right?
Death
So of
note.
course she'd get all paranoid when someone explicitly said they were going to murder her, which was Tamba's goal. Put Mai on edge.
It wasn't! I didn't!
With Mai, where Tamba wanted her, she started writing more notes. Notes to keep Mai distracted. Notes to keep her busy while Tamba was
okay.
working in the background.
Sorry,
getting
I'm not
Takeshi
talking.
drunk, stealing Wada's stash, swapping the milk bottles, which, before anyone says she's not smart enough for any of that,
She suggested the
keep in
hypothetical.
mind, that last one was quite literally her idea.
Because it was a hypothetical!
Anyway, she's tampering in the background while Mai's chasing notes on the main stage. She keeps following these stupid notes around for days, and finally, last night, they lead her up to the fire zone. You know, the one place in the school where there are no functioning cameras.
No, people
She
being
confessed
forced.
that she had been the one leaving notes behind. I
Oh my
mean,
God, that would
honestly,
mean she
who
poisoned
knows
everyone.
what she told Mai? Maybe she told her that she was a traitor or a mole or something. The important part is, for whatever reason, Mai felt like this little mission was a secret. Like Tamba had to do it this way, and Mai had to trust her.
You got it all wrong!
If you don't have anything important to add, stop interrupting.
Important? Important? Are you serious? You're accusing me of murder!
As I was saying, after that, she was on Easy Street. All she had to do
Oh my
was lure
God.
Mai
She did have
downstairs
knife
to the pool,
crutches.
stab her, and shove her in.
Oh my God!
Case
What if she really did
closed.
have a sword crutches?
But that still doesn't explain how Mai would have known about the cameras.
I was thinking the same thing.
Then how about this? Tamba's completely lying about her defense reward. She actually didn't have access to the pool. She got something else completely.
What?
Yeah, what?
Doesn't your entire theory hinge on her having access
Okay,
to the
hold on.
pool?
No, it doesn't actually. His theory only hinges on one of the two of them having access to the pool. If Mai had access to the pool, then Tamba wouldn't need it.
The sword crutches.
I didn't!
We never did find out who the third person to claim a reward was. What if it was Mai?
There's no way in hell it was Mai. She wouldn't do something that reckless.
Who knows what she would or wouldn't do this week? Tamba's life was on the line. She was paranoid. If she thought it could keep Tamba safe, who's to say she wouldn't do it?
You don't even know what you're talking about! Stop! It didn't happen!
Hasegawa,
Huh?
you never did find those blueprints you were looking for, did you?
Oh yeah, I forgot he was looking for
The
those.
school layout? No, I
Tamba
didn't.
being accused of being poisoning
Well,
people.
What if that's because they were never in the archive?
You think that was Tamba's real reward?
What?
Bingo.
If Tamba had the school blueprints, she'd know where all the cameras were.
Oh.
She'd know how to avoid them. More than that, she'd know how to direct Mai around them.
But I didn't get the blueprints! I'm telling the truth! I swear I am! I got the night key! I promise I did!
So where is it then?
Huh?
The key. Where is it?
It's in my pocket! Oh god! Oh god! Where is it?
Rich.
Where is it? I had it! It must have fallen out when I jumped in the pool! I swear I had it!
Oh my gosh! Oh
Either
my
way.
gosh!
Having it really wouldn't be proof of anything. It would
Lisa's
be pretty
spirit's gonna
easy
be on
just
the
to take it
pole.
off of Mai's body after
and
she'd already died.
put internal endings into the
already
comment
had
section
it.
on the
Because I'm telling
the
the
next
truth!
poll for the next
For
fan
what
ban.
it's worth, I've gotta point out that Mai and Tamba were the only two people that didn't get poisoned or starved. They only got notes. No physical sabotage at all. Probably Tamba is a massive coward and didn't want to go through the trouble of putting herself through a little pain, even if it meant her alibi would
might
be
be
way
Tamba
more
over.
solid.
How is it my fault that I never got poisoned?
I don't know. Because you were the one poisoning people?
But how could I have possibly
No,
known
not
that
the
Yanagi
poison.
and Hasegawa would end up in the Medbay? How would I have known that?
Ah, that's a good point, actually.
No, it's not. It's a terrible point. She could have just lucked out. She probably had a completely different plan in place for how to get them in the medbay. I just so happened to push her down the stairs and make it easy for her.
Easy? You think pushing me down the stairs and breaking my leg made my night easy?
But, I mean,
Tom Banana's so
I
cooked.
hate to sound rude, but is Ruiko even bright enough
Wow.
to plan out a murder this
Wow,
complicated?
Ojima.
I mean, you said it yourself, right? You accused Ken just because the murder plan seemed too smart.
That was before I thought about it a bit more critically. I mean, it doesn't exactly take a rocket scientist to write a couple notes and swap a couple pills around. I'm sure she could have pulled it off if she decided to really grind those 2 remaining brain cells together as hard as she could.
The Kamigawa.
What I'm saying is, it wouldn't take a genius. Besides, Mai probably
poisoners
did the
become the
bulk of the
poison.
thinking once they actually put their heads together.
Tamba?
Tamba.
I didn't
You already
do
have better
anything.
defense than that, Tamba.
I swear I didn't do anything. I would never hurt
Oh my
her.
gosh.
I didn't even know we had blueprints. I didn't do anything.
Wait. Hold on. We're not voting yet, right? I'm not ready
We still
to
have
vote
half
yet.
an hour.
I still have a million questions.
All right, then let's clear them up. Hit me.
Well, I mean, for starters, where did the arsenal supplies go? We never actually figured out where they were.
Easy. Mai was strong enough to carry them. Maybe not all at once, obviously, but she could carry them in
In
a couple
buckets.
trips. Her and Tamba had both been through every investigation up till now. They'd know which rooms get checked and which rooms don't. All they'd need to do is dump the arsenal stock in a room that never gets investigated. Problem solved.
But why? What was the point of that?
If I had to guess, Tamba probably thought it would be a good way to cover up the weapon.
What was the weapon?
Well, think about it like this. Had to be a blade, had to be from the arsenal,
Yeah.
had to be long enough to go through her entire torso. By that logic,
It has to be a sword.
ding ding ding! Sword!
In the crutches.
What? Did she just agree
Sorry,
to
I
die?
was like,
Because it was part of Tamba's plan?
Judging by those gashes on her hands, I doubt it. Like we said before, those are the kind of cuts you get from grabbing a blade. My guess is that Tamba probably stabbed her through the back. Mai was in shock and grabbed the sword that had just popped out of her stomach. Oh hey, Tamba, that makes you a literal backstabber. Cute.
The Kamigawa!
I'm telling you, I didn't do anything.
If she stabbed Mai in the pool room, where was all
I
the
feel like we're
blood?
playing Clue.
We know that Mai was lying in her own blood at some point because her top
in
and
the
her pants were both
crutches.
soaked in it. Blood doesn't drip up.
Well, that one's easy. Mai gets stabbed, Tamba pulls the sword back out, Mai hits the ground. Lies in
hits
her
the
own
pool.
blood for a bit before Tamba just rolls her on in. Boom. Body in the pool. Then all she need to do is clean up with the pool water, which would be easy. There's drains in the floor. How much easier could it get?
But I never saw Tamba and Mai together on the cameras. No, not once. I never saw Mai at all after she went upstairs.
I mean, you didn't see Tamba go into the laundry room either.
Sprite's crying.
So I
Her
don't know
Sprite
how
is
rock
crying.
solid your witness testimony is either way.
Huh?
Just saying, you
Damn.
clearly missed a few things. Besides, if Tamba had the blueprints, she'd know where the blind spots would be on the security cameras. It would be pretty easy for her and Mai to navigate downstairs without being caught.
But would Mai really punish all of us to get a reward?
He even knows it's crazy for.
That doesn't sound
Yeah.
like her at all.
Especially not after
Yeah,
a loyalty
right there.
game. She was pretty hell-bent on taking everyone's punishments, just so we wouldn't have to take them.
If Mai felt that the key could help her protect us, then maybe it was worth the trade for her.
So there's something more to
But
this. There has to be
Why
something more
would
to
she
this.
kill Mai of all people? They were friends, right?
Because Mai trusted her. That's really all it comes down to. Mai trusted her, so Mai wouldn't find her suspicious. Mai trusted her, so Mai wouldn't question her. Mai trusted her, so Mai wouldn't have expected it when Tamba stabbed her in the back. She'd be willing to do things that seemed crazy suspicious, like moving the entire arsenal to a completely random room, just to help out Tamba, who she thought was helping us all escape. And, you know, maybe it had something to do with Hayashi's sole voter reward, but I highly doubt it.
Wait, I mean, do we have anything that isn't just entirely circumstantial?
Well, aside from Tamba admitting the night key exists, and that it's the only way to get into the pool at night, plus her and Mai not showing up on the cameras at all, she completely flubbed your investigation.
What do you mean?
Why were you guys investigating the drama room?
Wait, no, what do you mean?
It's an easy question. Why were you investigating the drama room?
Because it was right across from the AV room. So, I mean, it was right there, so...
Whose idea was it?
Tamba's?
So it was Tamba's idea to investigate a completely irrelevant room while we were already on halved time. I wonder why she'd do something like that. Oh, yeah, wait! It's because she had a bomb rigged to the door. She wanted to make sure you found at least one of those bombs. Half her plan would be completely pointless if you didn't even end up finding any bombs. If you guys were right across from the drama room,
crying.
it would be
You're crying so
an
much
easy
right now.
pick for a room to
This
blow
hurts.
you up with.
You can't do this! I didn't do anything! You're gonna get us all killed!
Then prove you're innocent. Right now. Give me anything to prove you didn't do it.
Tamba! If you didn't
I'm
do it,
done
defend
with this.
yourself.
Can we wrap it up already?
Yeah, wrap it up.
You believe him? Do you all believe him?
It's... Defend yourself
You-
if this isn't
You
the
can't!
truth.
A week ago, Tamba decided she was going to kill her best friend. So she typed up a fake note, planted it to get Mai all paranoid and protective, then put the rest of her plan into motion.
You can't do this!
She poisoned everyone in the building except for
survival
herself
love?
and Mai.
Absolutely.
Well, and Wada, I guess. But he was an easy shot. She stole Wada's food stash, got Ojima completely wasted, got Hasagawa high, gave me my reward back just to fuck with me, poisoned Yanagi. She wanted to make sure we'd be completely incompetent and exhausted and useless come trial time. And I mean, to her credit, it certainly helped her out.
I didn't!
She spent the entire past week leaving
Oh,
notes
that was
everywhere
you.
for Mai to find. Notes that would rile her up, keep her on edge. Not to mention the traps. She was trying to get Mai on high alert. Trying to get her paranoid. Trying to get her desperate to escape. That way, when she read Tamba's final note, calling her up to the 3rd floor, she'd be more willing to comply, especially if it promised escape.
I didn't do any of this!
When Wada, Mai, and Tamba are all alone, Mai breaks away to go follow her note. She can't exactly hang around. She has places to
This might
be.
be the best
When
kind?
Tamba realizes that Mai will just leave if Tamba
No,
never
that,
shows
like,
up to the meeting,
400 hours
she splits
thing
them
of
off
Wada
from Wada,
crying is also really
leaves him
good.
on his own, and heads upstairs to go meet with
But
Mai.
this also feels really
Once
real.
she got there, she explained
Like, I think the
everything.
VA is actually crying,
Well,
which is
everything
making
that she
it
had
really
made up.
uncomfortable.
She told her this was all over an escape plan. She told her that if she complied, we could all get out of here together. Exactly what Mai wanted to hear, especially since she was already paranoid.
It was subtle.
So she went along with it. She did whatever Tamba
Oh
asked her
god,
to do.
great. And Hama
She
asked for his
trusted her
mom while
after
he was
all.
crying.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
She and Mai rigged up the door traps. They cleared out the arsenal, all while using Tamba's blueprints to sneak around and avoid the cameras. A pretty powerful reward, honestly. And since she was planning to get us all killed anyway, it's no wonder she cut our investigation time in half just to get it. Once they were done setting everything up, they went down to the pool and used Mai's key to get in. I don't know how Mai couldn't have found it suspicious that Tamba had a sword. So maybe she didn't carry it down with her. Maybe she had already planted it there earlier. I mean, we weren't supposed to go in the pool anyway, so it's not like anyone would have noticed it and raised any
Never did an
alarms.
amazing job as Tamba? Oh, absolutely.
Didn't do anything! Stop listening to him!
Then, All she needed to do was stab Mai, dump her in the pool, and hide the sword with the rest of the arsenal.
How is this getting more and more correct? How? How?
After that, she could go fuck off to wherever she
Maybe the
wanted.
real culprit's the friends
Her
along the
work
way.
was done.
What if it's Hiroaki
I
this whole
was in the
time?
laundry room all night. I didn't do any of this. Listen to me. If you listen to him and you vote for me, we're all going to die. I promise you.
I'm ready to vote.
I'm not. You're making a mistake. You're making a giant, giant mistake. But we're all gonna die if you vote for me. I swear, I didn't do anything.
I'm ready to vote too.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
You can't. I didn't.
What if this is... We're not gonna... You know, like Another Two, you know, where everyone blamed... Oh my god! Remember, like, Another Two? Supposed to run for, like, 3 seconds? 2 minutes for, if you don't know Another, Dinger Up Another Two. But we all voted Iraha, and Iraha didn't do it? And everyone went through an execution? Is this gonna be this? They're blaming the one brain cell person again, and we're wrong?
Are you absolutely sure that you're ready to vote now?
Why'd you say it like that, Monomoko?
What?
Are you absolutely sure that you're ready to vote?
No?
Are you sure you don't want to discuss the matter
Why?
any further?
Why,
Hold on.
Monomoko? Why are you saying it
Why
like
would
that?
we? Why would we?
Wait,
It's never said that before.
Yeah.
We've got it wrong.
What?
I told you.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
innocent.
Monomoko
I
clutch.
swear. I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt my.
Then what? We got everything wrong?
How though?
But we can't be wrong. It all made sense. And if we're wrong, that means we're back at square one. Again. We can't be.
No.
Okay.
It's
So
not
we do
square
have...
one. If anything, this is good. It's a hint. We can work with this. We just need to backtrack to where it started.
Monomoko, what if we just point to everyone one at a time and keep doing that again? Hey, guys, we're gonna vote for Wada. Monomoko, are you sure? No. We're gonna vote for Oshima now.
Stops making sense. We need to take everything Tamba says as a fact. She's the only person here who has to be innocent.
You're gonna listen to me?
Yes.
Sesame's so mad at Monomoko.
Let's work backwards.
Yeah, but that's a
What can you
blue
tell us?
problem, not a now problem.
I didn't get the blueprints. I swear I didn't. I got the Nike.
Moko stands women.
That's all I got. I got the Nike and spent the entire night in the laundry room. I had no idea where the cameras were. I didn't even know we had cameras.
I figured
If
about
a
you so
student
good.
were to receive the school's blueprints as their reward, that student would be incredibly lucky. The blueprints show every aspect of the school.
are there rooms we
Monomoko,
don't
what does
know
that
about?
mean?
Rooms. I don't know about rooms, but Okizaki mentioned
Hey.
Fuck. You're kidding me.
way back in the first week.
Way back in the first trial!
The secret passage?
She was saying that they probably used some kind of secret passage to set up the games in the gym, right?
Oh my god.
So, if a student had the blueprints, they'd know where the secret passages are.
Okay.
That would explain where the entire arsenal went.
Shit. You're right.
There's a passageway in Medbay, in the Medbay, isn't there? Give me one moment as I just die, because I think I know where this is going, and I don't want it to. It's Ken, isn't it? It has to be Ken. It has to be Ken! it's not Yanagi. It's not Yanagi! But why? Why would he do it? Aside from the fact that, because I love him. No. No. Continue. I'll continue. I had to finish this stream.
They could have just tucked everything into a passage. We'd never know. We didn't even know we had passages.
But why?
Not to mention how Mike got all the way from the 3rd floor to the basement without being detected.
Takeshi and I are still innocent. We were together all night. Wada has to be innocent too. Because if he knew about the passages, he would have used those to access the arsenal instead of just going through the regular door and making himself look suspicious.
Okay.
Tamba has to be innocent. We already know that.
Ken, please do something with this.
You...
Hold on a minute.
You piece of shit!
Whoa! Shigeki!
Got it!
You killed her! You fucking killed her!
Wait! Hold on! We still need to figure this out first. Why would Hasagawa kill her?
If it's either me or him, then it's him! Because I didn't fucking kill her!
But I couldn't have killed her. I never found the
Sprite
blueprints.
change.
I didn't have them.
You took the fucking reward! You were the 3rd person! Piece of shit! You killed her!
I didn't. I swear I didn't. I can prove it.
Nobody else would have spent weeks planning this shit! Nobody else but... What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yanagi, listen to me. There's no way I could have carried her all the way from the 3rd floor to the basement. I wouldn't have been able to carry her 2 steps.
Could there have been an elevator in the passages?
It
Shigeki's
doesn't
right.
matter, though. I wouldn't be able to carry her into an elevator either.
Well, is there anything in the school that someone could use to transport a body? Something easy to maneuver?
The gurneys.
Yanagi, wait.
It was pitch black. I would have never noticed one missing.
Wait.
You were the one who closed the fucking door. You closed it as soon as we got there. Why the hell would you close it? It was pitch fucking black. Why the hell would you close it?
It's not like that. I just wasn't thinking.
You closed it because you sealed it.
Please.
I never would have seen the goddamn gurney missing.
Hi, JJ.
I never would have seen you missing.
You mean he snuck out of the medbay right there in front of you?
Probably while he was sleeping.
But, I mean, could the passage even connect to the medbay? How could we know?
Well, if it's the passage that the staff used to set up the auditorium games, then at
don't
the very
like
least
this.
it has to connect to the
Vaughn.
auditorium. The auditorium, the
Medic-
medbay, and the
therapy
pool are
bills,
all on the
please.
east wall. So yeah, it probably does connect. It probably
million
runs all the way
monograms, I
down the
don't care.
wall.
Go
Not to
nuts.
mention the fact that the bodies get sent there after the executions. The staff have got to have a way in.
It definitely...
How could you? How could you do that to her?
I didn't. I mean, I still would have had to have lifted her into the gurney. There's no way I could do that.
Then, Jesus, Kamigawa, hell!
I don't want him to elbow my damn skull in.
How could Mai have ended up on the gurney without Ken having to lift her?
Could she have?
I mean, it's Hasagawa. I'm sure he could have found a way to lift her regardless.
Vaughn even said that
right?
Hasegawa was super strong
like,
too.
Leverage or something? Pulleys?
Hasagawa!
I know what happened.
Yeah?
I mean, the last place we saw her go was the research room, right? But when we checked it, we couldn't investigate because the floor was too badly damaged.
You don't think she...
What? She fell through the floor?
Then how could it possibly be my fault? I couldn't have made her fall through the floor.
If she fell onto the gurney...
That wouldn't have killed her, though.
There's nothing under the research room, right? As far as we know, I mean. Like, if you go down to the 2nd floor, you can't get under the research room. So that's probably part of the passages too. If I had to guess, they'd just run through all the crawl spaces. Plus the perimeter. If the auditorium and the medbay were both connected.
But when Yanagi fell through the floor, wasn't it just a crawl space?
The pocket he fell in was pretty small. That part was probably just a crawl space. But the part Mai fell through, that was probably a passage. If
Vaughn, I'm not having a good
passages
time.
ran, he
not.
could make sure to direct Mai to a weak point.
Also, hi.
And, I mean, gravity would do the rest. He just needs to have the gurney ready.
I mean, when I was up there with him, he said he could walk on the floor just fine because he knew where the weak points were.
Oh,
But
stop.
falling on the gurney would end up killing her either way. And regardless of that, I didn't do anything.
So what if he just pushed the sword through the gurney? I mean, again, it's not exactly rocket science. Push the sword through the gurney, lower the gurney to the floor to keep it in place. You've basically created a spike pit. She'd fall, impale herself. Boom. Dead.
Hasegawa?
No! 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 Rabbit's gonna be like, haha, you sure you wanna vote again? Like, this was my thumbnail chapter 2. That was the thumbnail. Please don't die. I asked. Right? Fine. Huggy. No, he's not. What if he just runs?
Hasegawa, say something.
It was even before that.
Everything you have on me is circumstantial.
We're not in a real
None of
court.
it makes any sense.
Okay, so prove yourself
Darling.
innocent then. Prove you didn't do it.
You can't ask me to prove a negative. God. This entire trial is just... This is so stupid.
Wada, Hasegawa was one of the people that went into your room, right? So I mean, he could have stolen your food stash.
But
why?
I was watching him.
Kamimura's dead. Kamimura's dead and it fucked him up in the
When I left
butts.
the book bag.
If anyone in here would know what Ojima could get drunk off of, it would be Hasegawa.
Oh my god, he was too smart.
Right?
Hey, speaking of which, Takeshi, do you actually remember grabbing his arm? Like, do you remember it happening at all? Or did he just tell you it happened?
I...
Kids have to
What the
wipe
hell?
this.
He read all of our files. Of course he'd know the fastest way to fuck us up.
Are you serious? I've been... This whole time, You mean I didn't even fucking touch him?!
What the hell would I gain from locking myself in a pitch black room with my closest friend's rotting corpse? Why would I do that? That's stupid.
I mean, you weren't above literally bloodletting yourself just to light up your room. So I'd say we're probably past the threshold of unsettling behavior as far as you go.
Okay.
You're not exactly above doing insane
It's
shit for
fine.
the cause.
Okay, so think about it.
This
All my
is
favorite characters die. All of them just die.
You're so
I
stupid.
treated you this week.
This entire trial is stupid.
This entire trial is
That's totally what
stupid.
happened.
How could you do that to her?
A week ago, Hasegawa typed up a threatening note for Tamba and left it for her to find in the locker rooms. He wanted to make Hayashi feel paranoid and make her more determined to find an escape route. We all know how Hayashi
like
gets
her
when she
now?
starts
I
thinking
don't-
about escape. So, he was probably trying to get in her head and make her more willing to do something reckless.
I'm fine.
Once he had made her
fine.
paranoid,
I'm fine.
he moved on to the rest of us.
Fine.
This is stupid.
He stole my
Oh
stuff
my god, he's doing the Leon thing.
so that I'd be starving and
He's doing all
exhausted by the time we had to
stupid,
investigate.
stupid.
He convinced Ojima that he was hurting people so that Ojima would try to force himself to stop zoning out. And when Ojima did zone out, he took the opportunity to get him drunk. It kept Ojima out of the picture, and kept Nakamigawa focused
Wow,
on
with the
Ojima.
closing announcement, you're right.
He poisoned Yanagi with a medic so he'd be sick all the time. He poisoned Hiroaki's coffee so that he'd be sick all the time. He set traps all around the school, so that Mai would keep running into them and get more and more paranoid. Oh, and he gave Nakamigawa's reward back. That one kind of explains itself,
why?
but as a bonus, it probably made Ojima and
got blood on
Nakamigawa
the
start fighting
smile.
again. I guess. That probably helped keep them both occupied.
Yeah, wait a second.
Right.
During the fence game, he got the school blueprints.
But I don't want everyone else to die, though. But I was like, wait, the rabbit cheated. Staff, you should just let Ken go still. Right? Right?
And then he could actually plan out how Mai was gonna die. He realized that the only camera would get in his way was the pool camera, so he broke it. Then, he used the staff passages to bring Gurney upstairs to the passage under the resource room. He grabbed his sword from the arsenal, pushed it through the bottom of the gurney, and left it there as a trap. All he had to do was wait for Mai to fall, and that'd be it. I'm honestly not really sure what happened with the medbay. All I can think of is that he had a completely different plan to seal himself and Yanagi inside. If I had to guess, it probably involved either injuring Yanagi or himself. That would give him an excuse to go to the medbay, and, I mean, from there, all he needed to do was seal the door. There's no way wood glue would have dried fast enough, so it probably was super glue like he said. I guess he kind of lucked out when Nakamigawa pushed Tamba down the stairs. 'Cause, I mean, it made things pretty convenient, right?
Oh, she was understandably pissed.
Nobody
oh,
can
yeah,
blame
no,
him for
yeah,
that,
yeah.
so nobody could connect it to him.
enough. No.
When the guys never came back, Mai went to go follow her last note, which took her upstairs to the resource center. From there, it all went according to plan, I guess. She walked right where he told her to walk. She fell through the floor and she, died. She fell on the sword. It went through her stomach and, it probably was an instant. That's probably where all the cuts on her hand came from. She probably tried to save herself at first.
God. Why?
When Yanagi fell asleep, Hasegawa stepped
broken.
out of the passage, went upstairs and collected her.
Oh,
He
look,
wheeled
this
the gurney
rabbit and a
back
goat.
down to the pool, left her there, and then
It was
just...
even before chapter 1. It was during like
probably just
the
left the
little
sword in
interview
the gurney
things
in
where it
the
was just their
passages,
voices, and I was like,
honestly.
oh man,
From there,
this sweet
all
game
he
show
needed to
Mama's
do
Boy,
was
I love
rig
him.
up door bombs and hide the arsenal supplies in a staff passage. After that,
I'll just be like
he could
30
head back to
seconds
the
of
medbay,
knowing of him.
and it would be like he never left. So, yeah, that's what I think happened, I guess.
Hasegawa?
Oh no, Nanae.
Wait, no, blah, 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 blah.
Ninomiya Yohei.
What is he?
Kumada Erena.
It's time to vote.
Oh, those sounded important. I don't know whose names are those though.
Now,
Who was that?
Hello?
Ikeda Daiki.
What the hell is he talking about? Who?
Then Mizao.
I said it's time to vote.
No, let him finish.
Hideyuki.
Vote.
How could you fucking do this to her?
You'll never get it.
The class has voted for Hasegawa Ken, the ultimate quiz show champion, to be executed. This conclusion was correct. As a result, Hasegawa Ken will be punished with death.
Ultimate quiz show champion. That's not so bad, actually. Not our exact wording, but we got pretty close.
Wait, what?
Shut up!
Shigeki!
Don't.
What the hell is the matter with you? How could you do that to her? How could you stand here looking like you don't give a shit after what you put her through? After what you put all of us through?
Let go.
You're completely fucked in the head!
Shigeki, let go of him!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I guess I owe you that.
Oh yes, please, please. What? I was falling off my chair.
What? Please.
When Izano died, this was all still really new. And I felt like it was my fault. She asked me to protect her, and she was dead by the end of the week. Doesn't really seem like I did a great job.
What does Isano have to do with...
That was my first sign that I was a worthless person. And then, when Kamimura died...
Ken?
Well, I mean, that's about as pathetic as it gets, right? I was the only person in this entire building who only had one friend. And I couldn't even keep that one friend safe. For a month. For 1 month. And well, I mean, I felt like that one was my fault too, wouldn't you? If it had been someone you loved, wouldn't you feel like that?
Not the Meet the Robinsons
I
quote.
realized
No, I love that quote.
It wasn't my fault. I mean, not all my fault at least. It was still my fault, yeah, but it was everyone else's fault too.
How? How the hell was it our fault that Kamimura died? How the hell was it your fault that Kamimura died? It was Okazaki's fault that Kamimura died. No one else had anything to fucking do with it.
Enough. It's time to proceed.
Because you're all terrible people. Awful, awful people. Everyone in this building. You're completely selfish. The only thing you care about is keeping yourselves alive. As long as you walk out of here alive, it doesn't matter, right?
Well, what do you want us to do? Die?
He's completely delusional.
All of you deserve to die. Every single one of you. That's all I wanted to get out of this. I don't care whether I live or not. There's no point anymore.
What? But, I mean, don't you have a family at home?
Mom.
Don't you have a life? What the hell are you talking about?
It doesn't matter anymore. None of it does. You're completely naive if you think you can just go back to your life after this. You know,
Sorry, I'm not talking
a
at all.
lot of people
at
don't
all.
understand what real horror is.
What?
Knowing. That's what real horror is. Understanding. Just for a second. Not having that understanding ripped away. Having everything for just a second. For just a second. I really did have everything. Didn't I?
You're unforgivable.
That's fine. I don't need you to forgive
You
me.
seen too much? Yeah.
If Kamimura can forgive me, that's enough.
Completely unforgivable.
I just need this to end.
Fuck you.
Enough. I've made myself incredibly clear multiple times now. It's time to bring the trial to a
You
close.
see what he did? What he
I
did?
hope
Yeah.
they enjoyed the show.
What?
Who are you talking to? Who are those names?
Without further ado,
Yeah, we didn't know the
The
names
most
are.
fucked up part about this entire thing. All of you. Go die.
it's punishment time.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a hot second before I go to punishment time. He's talking to us again. You really thought Ken was going to be a survivor? Yeah, same. Oh yeah, he's Ken.exeing again. Hope you enjoyed the show. I don't know, Ken. I don't know. You know, when I said I loved Hurt Comfort, there's supposed to be comfort at the end of all that hurt. That's why Hurt Comfort's fun. There's been hints over these last 400 episodes of these characters were purposely selected to be in the death game because of the horrible things they've done. Guess for example of watching a life drain out of somebody. Now a new cast to glue over. This did hurt. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yay, one ship survived, I guess.
Dr. Yonekura Haruka, Session 1, Log 115. Today's log is going to be a fairly important one.
Oh, God.
Because it's my final log of Session 1.
I don't even have to see it. I don't have to see it, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, okay. I don't know if I have it. I have a little bit of water left. Oh no! Now I'm thinking like, look! I can hide. I can hide. Nishino in my jacket if I wanted to. Ken, hop in my jacket. I'll take you out. It'll be fine.
Today, on day 36, in the early morning hours, Student 14 murdered Student 5. What made this case particularly interesting was the fact that Student 14 had actually been planning out this murder for over a week. This would mark the first instant of a student planning out their killing that far in advance. It would be admirable if it weren't for the fact that he failed. But, unfortunately, that failure was quite far out of his control.
Exactly.
As a reward during the school's defense game, Student 14 gained access to the school's blueprints. This allowed him to utilize the school's staff passages and navigate throughout the building without being spotted. This made for a fairly perfect murder, even with Student 6 having access to the school's security cameras. Student 14 engineered a death trap of sorts under the 3rd floor, with Student 5 then falling through the floor and impaling herself. All Student 14 had to do was collect her from the staff passage, dump her in the pool, and return to the Medbay to secure his alibi. The plan was perfect. More than that, when the trial was coming to a head, the student body was entirely convinced that Student 13 was the killer.
Right, for coming for his
to
birthday.
vote. And then, they were met with some interference.
Call a
The most
mistrial.
important trial of the entire game. The final trial. Monomoko chose the final trial to interfere and drop hints. Unbelievable. The entire experience practically ruined now. Nothing else. We can still collect data from the previous 4 weeks. But, regardless, it's incredibly annoying. What's more annoying is that Student 14 seemed to be completely aware of his environment. He spoke to the observers. He listed off the names of other students. Students that were not part of his control group. It was incredibly aggravating to watch, and Monomoko wasn't nearly quick enough about shutting him down. I had to get on the PA myself, despite the fact that I would much rather have had the students be unaware of my existence. Well, no need to waste any more time, especially how long that trial ran for. We've had enough stalling for one day. Let's take a look at Dr. Khan's review of the execution. Let's see where my hard-earned budget is going. Bonus round.
No.
Student 14 was strapped to a large metal mechanism in the shape of an X.
No.
Each of Student 14's limbs was strapped to one leg of this X.
Oh my god, no.
Permanently outstretched, with his head strapped in place. The student was positioned completely upright during this time, placing some of his own weight on his secured legs. A screen inside Student 14's execution chamber lit up. displaying a random spinner with 6 different possible outcomes. At student 14's prompt, the spinner would stop. 4 of these outcomes correspond directly to student 14's limbs. In the event that one of these outcomes was landed upon, the corresponding limb section of the mechanism would turn sharply, causing the limb to twist. While this
Okay.
initially caused little damage, as student 14 continued to spin the wheel, these twists began to add up, twisting his limbs at incredibly painful angles. God, that's so gratuitous. The remaining 2 outcomes on the wheel will allow student 14 to answer a trivia question. If he answered his question correctly, it would reverse 1 tick of the mechanism's twisting. If anything, I feel that would just be more painful. Going back and forth like that? I'd rather just have my limbs twisted off and die quicker. But I suppose Khan was relying on the natural instinct to stay alive. Frankly, I felt that student 14 no longer possessed that. Student 14 continued to spin the wheel, dealing irreparable damage to his body in the process as his limbs continued to reach their limit, one by one. Student 14 soon became completely hysterical and incomprehensible, unable to answer further questions due to his pain levels. After each limb had reached full rotation, Student 14 entered the bonus round, in which he was asked one final question. When Student 14 was unable to provide a clear answer, the part of the mechanism holding his head in place
Fine.
violently twisted,
Yeah, stop
killing him instantly. Well, I'm not exactly sure which execution was more painful to read. It was either that or Student 10's death. What a way to go out. On the bright side, that's the last execution I'll have to read for some time. I'm not going to spend much longer dwelling on it, though. My staff are gathered just outside my office at the moment to discuss our plans for tomororw.
Let me get
We've
past
got a lot
this.
to do now that we're switching
And
locations.
they claim we're a matching squid.
The
How
lab's being prepped as we speak.
That's
That's
terrible.
something I should probably be checking on right now, actually. Then, I suppose that's all I have left to say. This session has been interesting. In Season 2, I'll definitely be making some changes to the way things are
Didn't
run.
Vaughn say that season 2's
I
worse?
just hope we get cleaner results this time around. Dr. Yonakura Haruka, Session 1, Log 115, End.
So, like... Hi. Hi. I'm gonna give you all some monodabs. I'm fine. Be fine. It's not like... I'm not used to this. Feed Wada, Savcon, everything except everyone. Ken does... You still haven't hit the scene that made Vaughn cry while writing it? Yeah, that's true. Okay. 2 minutes. Wait, so they actually just get to go home? Oh, hey!
Attention,
It's what's her
student
face?
What?
You have successfully completed 5 trials. As promised, this means that your game has come to an end. Please pack your
Yeah,
things
get
and
therapy.
prepare to leave the building. You'll be going home shortly.
Really?
Wada's still an orphan. And now has no friends.
We're going...
Oh no, Hiroaki, please adopt Wada.
We're done.
Get him a granola bar.
Fucking finally!
We're going home!
There's no way, right? Like, we shouldn't get excited, right?
I mean, they haven't lied to us yet, so...
God.
Hiroaki,
I'm sorry.
All the siblings are apologizing. Oh look, 2 blues, 2 reds, and a pink and purple color. They'll ever live together after this? I think they're all gonna have like next to each other like hospital
I'm
rooms.
so sorry.
I'm gonna go get my stuff.
What?
How do we even
What
take?
stuff?
I'm so fucking sorry.
We should get everyone's rewards.
They're apologizing to each other?
Right. Good idea. Come on.
You love that Hiroaki and Tamba apologize once it's over? The beef is fueled by the game? Yeah.
Yeah. Yanagi?
Shigeki.
So close.
Did Ray take Sawa's ashes? Are they still in the incinerator? Hisaki's Journal's the cheapest book? Oh, yeah.
You must
Oh,
have
God,
an
look at
unbelievable
the
amount
rabbit.
of nerve to be showing your face in my lab after what you just pulled.
I know.
And the
My
glowing red eye.
apologies.
Explain yourself. Now.
I have no explanation.
What?
Monomoko, I can assure you of one thing and one
You're so
thing
scared
alone.
for blue and whites?
That
Yeah.
will not happen again. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Wait,
We'll need to make some serious
does Monomoko, do you just like, I don't know, change back before the new season?
modifications to your behavior before the next game.
I understand.
This will never happen again.
I understand.
Go retrieve the students for their exit interviews.
Exit? Oh my
Bring
god.
them to the resident lobby.
If their exit interviews are
Wrap
just
this
like,
up.
fuck you, fuck you,
I'm
fuck
sick
you,
of
fuck
dealing
you,
with these
I'm gonna be
people.
really surprised.
Of course, Dr. Yonekuda.
Be back here in time for transit.
I will.
God.
Demon Rabbit, like Thomas Demon Arm.
Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Wada. You're looking a bit different since the last time we saw you.
Yeah.
What? Where
You don't have to say anything to them,
are
Wada.
you? Could you please state your name and occupation for the record?
No.
Mr. Wada? Who are you? Your name and occupation for the record, Mr. Wada. The sooner you
I
answer
know,
my
exit
questions,
interviews,
the
like,
sooner
I
you
would
can
never. They're gonna put me in another game because I won't do it.
My name is Wada Masanari. I'm a voice actor. Nothing new in that regard, then. Could you tell me a bit about your experience with the game?
It sucked. 0 out of 10 stars.
What? My experience with the game? What do you want me to say?
The bunnies still have different eye colors. I don't like Seki smiling at me here.
I just want to go home.
Next scene, Monomoko's turning rainbow colors. Do you remember all the yaoi and yuri that we lost? I was like, we lost the straight couple too. Well, not straight, like...
I should have died.
No,
I
Wada.
should have died.
The fact you survived is
I
great.
shouldn't be here. Isano should have been here. Manami should have been here.
0 out of 10 would not recommend. You wish Wada more with the voice imitation?
What are your plans for after the game, Wada? When you
You
get
know-
home, I mean.
I was thinking that, but then I'm like, you know, it would have been too obvious. So I'm okay with it not to be met.
Care anymore. Just let me leave. Noted. Well, with that in mind, I've only got one question left for you. I'll keep it brief for this
And
one.
I did like what he did with
If you could play the game again, what would you have done
Dummy's journal. That was cool. I'm not able to see your question, sir. What?
Killed myself
Oh, God.
so society could sleep. Well, I believe that's all I had left to ask you. You can go ahead and grab your bag. Dr. Tadamatsu will escort you back to the lobby. From there, you'll be taken straight home.
You're lying.
You're surprised Oshima
I'm
and
not
Hiroaki
lying.
lived?
You can go home.
Yeah, I had Hiroaki at episode 1 dying. Chapter 1 dying.
Dr. Tadamatsu,
But I'm
we're
glad I
done
got
here
that
if you don't
wrong.
mind.
I'm really surprised they're letting him go.
Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Ojima. Before we start, I have to know, you're looking a lot less engaged than the first time we spoke.
Yeah, disassociate
I
out
know
of
you're
this.
here, Ojima.
No.
I wasn't trying to make you think I wasn't. I just don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Why is that?
Because why the hell would
That's
I?
good. So I feel.
Do you have any recollection of the first time we spoke, Mr. Ojima?
No.
It seems you're not feeling particularly talkative today. In that case, we can jump straight to questioning. I'll try
Well,
not to waste your
seriously,
time.
translate your Spanish
Could you please
friends.
state your name and occupation for the record?
You already know my name and occupation.
Regardless,
I know my name and occupation. You know my address. You know
Oh
my
my
date
god, I
of
just
birth.
realized.
You know my
I would be
blood
so
type.
paranoid
You know
because they've been
everything
stalking
you
them,
could
and we know now
possibly
they've been
know
stalking.
about me. How is that not enough? What else could you
couldn't possibly live
still
my
want
life,
to
like,
hear? You stripped
without
every
fear of them,
shred
like, just watching
privacy
still.
or dignity I had left. What do you want?
your name and occupation mainly.
Oh, Saki, shut up, please.
My name is Ojima Takeshi. I'm an illustrator for children's books.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it?
Shut up.
Well, Mr. Ojima, you've been in the school for a total of 36 days now. How are you feeling about that?
I'm amazed
A month.
at how long you can make 36
A little
days
over a
feel.
month.
Couldn't agree more, quite frankly. Could you tell me a bit about your experience with the game?
Fuck off.
Oh my.
What the hell
Thank
are you
you,
gaining from
Ojima.
this? Any of this? I don't want to talk about the game. I want to go home. You said we were done.
Yeah, but how would you even trust a
Seems to be
therapist?
one
Think
of the
about
only
it.
surviving participants that didn't
It could
lose
be one of
anyone
them.
particularly
They could
close
set
to
it
you.
up.
Would you say that's correct?
No, I wouldn't. What the hell's your metric for measuring that? I was close with plenty of the people who died.
Such as?
I don't know. All of them? After the shit you
Oh,
fucking put us
man.
through together? Yeah, I was close with all of them.
It seems you have fairly lax standards on what constitutes close relationship.
Whatever.
Hiroaki better put these freaks on blast.
What
on
are
his
your plans for
podcast.
after the game, Ojima?
Go to the police.
I'm afraid that won't be an option.
Oh yeah?
As per Dr. Yonakura's instructions, I'm obligated to inform you that any mention of this game or its staff to anyone outside of your direct surviving student body will be punishable by the death of both yourself and whoever you decide to contact. As you stated earlier, we do know your address. We know everything
See?
about you. That extends to after the game as well.
I know, Saki, your
For the
own
sake of
daughters ain't
yourself
safe.
and those around you, we politely ask that you refrain from discussing the game ever again.
But I can still talk to the other students?
You can.
Then, that's my plan for after the game, I guess. Find everyone. Masanari's from Sendai, right? Can't be that hard.
Sendai is a rather densely populated area.
Are you gonna argue with every answer I give you? Just wrap it up already.
Right, just go to the town and go, Wada!
Alright, well, I've only got one final question for you. As it so happens. It's one you've already answered, but I'm interested in hearing your perspective now.
They can't even get
Yeah.
therapy. No.
Mr. Ojima, how do you cope with stress?
I don't. I just ignore it.
I see. Well, in that case, I suppose we can wrap things up here. Dr. Tadamatsu will escort you back to the lobby. From there, you can collect your things and head home. Whatever.
It's okay, chat. I'll re-download Sims.
I assure you, that'll be shortly.
Re-download all my
Thank you for your
mods.
time. It was a pleasure speaking with you again.
I'll make them. I'll make them in there, and they'll have a little survivor house. It'll be fun. Trying to remember, Miss Wada, where are you? Exactly.
Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Hiroaki. I have to say, out of everyone I'm speaking to today, I think your demeanor has changed the most between our first interview and this one.
Our first interview? Who the hell are you?
I'm afraid it would be a bit pointless to try and explain. I'd rather just jump right into the interview, if you don't mind. You're a personal favorite student of mine, so I'm eager to pick your brain.
Favorite student?
Thanks.
What are you talking about?
Could you please state your name and occupation for the record?
What the hell's the point? You already know.
I do, but for any other staff who might be listening to this recording with a little less familiarity, it'd be helpful if you introduced yourself.
When we're done with this, I get to go home, right?
You do.
Oh no.
My name is Hiroaki Nakamigawa. I'm a designer.
And what is it you design?
Menswear.
I see. And you design the outfit you're wearing right now, yes?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job,
Mr.
Hiroaki.
I have to note, you're much less talkative today than you were the first time we spoke.
It's like so relatable with that favorite pick.
I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore.
You've been participating in the killing game for about 36 days now. Could you describe your experience with that?
It was like hell.
In what regard?
That was the worst shit you could have possibly put another person through. What was the point?
God, I thought he was gonna die like every single chapter.
Do I even get to know what that was for?
Don't say for science.
Figures.
Okay.
What are your plans for when you get home?
So in white,
game,
right? This all wraps up, and we get
What
like
will you do first?
again, all the staff dies.
Find a way to talk to Takeshi.
You two seem to have gotten rather close.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, I've only really got one question left for you before we send you on your way. You've changed a lot over the course of the game, so I'm curious to know. Do you consider yourself a good person or a bad person? Mr. Hiroaki?
I'm thinking.
You can only pray.
I don't know if I was ever a good person.
Oh.
I don't have any further questions
Please
for you,
find Ojima really
None
fast.
that would fit within our time.
If he doesn't, he's gonna really
With that,
slip
I'm
back
going to have to let
into
you
bad
go.
habits.
Dr. Tadamatsu will escort you back to the lobby and help you collect your things. After that, you're free to go home.
There's no way it's that simple.
It is. You're going to walk right out the front door.
There's no way it's that simple.
Detroit better go red when
It
you're done
is.
with the staff.
I promise.
Right? Like,
I'm
come
going
on,
to end
I'll
the
count up
recording
all
now,
the
Mr.
stab
Hiroaki.
cons
This will actually
I
be
got,
the first time in 36
and you can
days
just
that you're
reenact
not
that.
being recorded. Fun.
You got Tamba, then Yanagi, probably? Yeah.
Thank you for coming in today, Miss Tamba. I've been eager to speak with you. We didn't get to have much of a conversation the last time you were in here.
What are you talking about? I've never been in here before. Who are you?
I'm afraid you won't be able to recall it. I'd like to jump right into our interview if you don't mind. Last time we spoke, you were a bit combative, so I'd like to make sure I get my questions in while I can.
Right.
Could you please state your...
Where are we? This isn't the school. Where are we?
I'm afraid I can't disclose that information.
Then, can you tell me who you are?
Me? Well...
It's like he's like, no one's asked about me
I'm afraid
before.
I can't disclose that information either.
What do I call you?
Ms. Tamba, please state your name and occupation for the record.
I want to know your name.
She's like, no, you
Fine.
first.
If I tell you, will you cooperate?
Wait, is he actually gonna say his name?
I will.
My name is Dr. Kuniyasu. That's all you need to know.
I'm Tamba.
Could I get your full name?
Get 424 Tetra drops, Tetra blue drops.
I'm a gymnast.
I have to say, you're certainly
We're
much
a
easier to speak
gymnast.
to when you're not screaming that at me from across the room.
God,
I'm sorry for accusing you of having swords in your crutches.
Hmm?
I hurt so many people.
She got a name.
You've been
Yeah.
participating in the killing
I
game
know,
for
one
about
Bracelet girl
36
got a
days now,
name.
Miss
She's
Tamba.
actually like, you
Can
know,
you describe your experience
already
with the game?
chessing this.
I was a coward. I'm only here because I trampled everyone else.
I see. And do you take issue with that strategy?
Fuck. I'm a coward.
I see. What are your plans for after you get home?
Who was it last week who said,
Anything
oh
in
man,
mind?
your stream's gonna be so short?
I want to see my mom.
I understand your relationship with your parents is somewhat strained, is it not?
I don't care.
Well, Miss Tamba, I've only got one more question for you before we send you back. If you could replace one survivor with one of your late classmates, who would you pick?
I wonder if we're gonna find out more information about, like,
Someone?
why exactly this is all going down. Because if it was just Con, I'd be like, okay, I get it.
But I think she'd want me to pick Toshi.
But
And
he has all these people doing this with
if
them.
I pick Toshi, then I don't think we would have lost Hasegawa either.
It's interesting that you bring up Hasegawa. I understand that the group's opinion of him is likely somewhat soured at the
It's not for me.
He's right, though. We should be dead.
Well, Miss Tamba, I'm afraid we're out of time. Dr. Tadamatsu is going to escort you back to the lobby now. You'll have a chance to collect your things, and then you'll be sent home. Nothing else to add. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. Thank you for speaking with me today, Miss Tamba.
Even half the staff who don't want to work there can't do anything about the killing game or the heads running this. These are really torturing, traumatized kids ain't doing. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Yanagi.
Is
Last
Yanagi
time we
gonna
spoke,
talk?
You were remarkably upbeat and cooperative. Taking a look at you now, I somehow doubt I'm going to get the same energy out of you. That's about what I expected.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'd like to jump straight into the interview. Could you please state your full name and occupation for the record?
I can't imagine him do this.
I'd like to remind you that the sooner you answer my questions, the sooner we can get you on your way home.
My name is Yanagi.
Oh my god, you're right. Does Wada sound like a gun in his pocket?
What the hell do you want me to say? That I'm a figure skater?
That's what I had anticipated, yes.
Do you genuinely believe I'm going to be able to go back to skating after this? You're delusional.
Oh my god, wait.
Stupid.
Their friends, their family, their workers, everything's gonna ask, hey, what happened to you? How'd you get these injuries? And they can't say anything. They legitimately cannot say anything. How is that gonna go down in the real world?
My, that's quite a bit of hostility. I feel I'm being rather polite, all things considered.
Who even are you?
I'm afraid that's not relevant to you right now.
I haven't even earned that, at the very least.
It's not really about what you've earned so much as what I'm willing to share with you. If you don't mind, I'd like
They
you to
can't even go tell
the interview.
Hama's mom's never gonna know, and neither's Mai's parents, because they can't tell them.
Just ask your questions.
Very well. You spent the
36
past
yeah,
36
36
days participating in the killing game. Could you describe your experience with that?
I lost everything.
Is that so?
You've effectively killed the person.
Yeah, he
I
lost
entered this
himself,
school
his
as.
girl,
Congratulations.
his career.
I'm not a child anymore. I don't know what the hell your goal was, but I'm happy you seem to have gotten whatever the hell you wanted out of all of this. You're absolutely disgusting.
So I've been told.
Everyone's relative.
When you
Yeah,
say you
yeah.
lost everything, are you referring
Those
to
are the ones I was
Hayashi
really
Ma-
worried. Oh my god, and Yukino's, yeah.
You seem a bit agitated,
Well,
so let's move
I
on
mean,
to the next question.
one person
What will
knows
you
what
do
happened
first
to
when
her,
you get out of
her
here?
daughter.
Any plans?
I'll contact the
Uh,
authorities.
I'm
Yeah.
afraid that won't be an option for you. As per Dr. Yonokura's instructions, I'm obligated to inform you that any mention of this game or its staff to anyone outside of your direct surviving student body will be punishable by the death of both yourself and whoever you decide to contact. That includes any police you speak to, yourself, and for safety's sake, your family. I highly doubt you'd want to do that to them.
Oh, why'd your voice do that? That was a little sneaky.
Beyond sick.
I'm just doing my job, Mr. Yanagi.
Keep telling yourself that. You're destroying
I'm sure
people's
Yukino probably
lives.
took care of the animals.
You're fucking degenerate.
I've got one question left for you. After that, you can get going on your way.
Spit it out.
Throughout the game, you've expressed a fairly strong distaste for other men, particularly men that are aggressive or violent. Having you here, though, I can't help but notice you're rather aggressive yourself. Not to mention
Don't
the
let him
multitude
go
of
home
violent
like that.
outbursts we've witnessed from you during the game's
Oh
run.
my god, he's gonna think he's
How do
turning
you
to his
justify
dad.
that to yourself?
Go out? Alright, good night.
It seems
Thank you
I've
so much for all your hard work during
My
Tetro,
apologies.
by the way. I appreciate it.
Well, if you're not willing to comment any further, Dr. Tadamatsu will escort you back to the lobby. There you can collect your things and we'll have you on
There
your way.
can't be possibly
Does that
any more
sound
spoilers
good?
left. Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
I see. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and end our recording, Mr. Yanagi. Thank you for speaking with me today, and, well, I feel it goes without saying, but thank you for your participation in our Session 1 killing game. You certainly kept things interesting for us. We're wishing you the best on your path forward.
I'm with you. All of you.
And the people of Nuclear are gonna be defenseless other superhero. Ah, what else is...
スチューデント7の佐々木ひとみさん。2002スチューデント7の佐々木ひとみさん。2023年10月18日。
Red, by Sasaki Hitomi.
Wait, Sasaki?
I often view myself through the
Oh.
lenses I can only describe as red. Some find red a violent color. Some find it an omen of death. Some find it beautiful. I'm not sure how I feel about it personally, but for me, it always brings to mind a state of innocence. Maybe that's because red makes me think of Little Red Riding Hood. It feels a bit childish to put to paper, but when I think about it, that's probably the connection. Little Red Riding Hood is young. She's naive. She wanders into the forest without understanding that it's home to wolves. She wanders into
No,
the
she's not
forest and
alive.
strays from its path. She abandons safety in lieu of recklessness. She thinks that safety simply follows her, even away from the dirt roads meant to guide her to comfort and happiness. She's naive and childish. The forest is home to wolves. Everyone knows they're there, but nobody expects them to appear. Nobody expects them to pounce. As long as they simply keep their head down, nobody will ever need to encounter a wolf. Little Red won't need to encounter a wolf. All she needs to do is walk forward, follow the path, and at the end of it, she'll remain unmarred, pristine, just as she was when she set foot into the woods.
Hiroaki can't publish or can't
Wolves
publish?
have teeth like daggers. Little Red is no match for something like that. Wolves are fast, they have claws, they're intelligent, they hunt. Little Red is just a kid. All she has is the path. I'm a believer in the idea that children are better off before they've grown, before they've seen what the world can do to people, before they understand that evil exists without reason. Some people simply hurt
Also,
other
what a
people.
cute Sasaki here.
Maybe it's fun for them. Maybe they gain something from it. Children wander through the world without knowing that. Children wander off the path with no thought to the fact that these woods are home to wolves. When I see myself as Little Red,
I really like
perhaps
this
I'm being
animation.
optimistic. To see myself as someone who still has the chance to follow the path. Someone who still has the chance to go back and avoid wandering into the woods. The truth is, their claws are already buried.
I would say,
in
like,
the
do you think Wada's doing like the voice
truth
impersonation?
is, I'm already covered in bite marks. They go down to the bone. They stay there.
Okay, I really can't see red on red with this.
It almost makes you want to be a wolf sometimes. It almost makes you violent. The idea that if you had claws, and if you had teeth, and if you could run and stalk and hunt, you'd be able to protect yourself. Defend yourself. It makes you want to be worse. It makes you want to pull your hood down and run into the tree line where it'll be your turn to ruin a life. Where it'll be your turn to bite and claw and hurt people, but you're not a wolf. You're Little Red. Remember that. Remember that.
Well, that hurts more.
クネヤス関博士のレビューノード、面白くなかったですか？ファイルを削
God,
除
poor
します。
Sasaki. Now I'm really sad about Sasaki again. God damn it.
Do we have everything we're gonna
Oh,
need?
oh, we're still doing.
I believe
okay.
so.
Rations?
That was the end.
How are we on rations? Remember, we are not going to be able to get food here. Or water.
Oh, good.
Regardless,
I hope they starve.
If need be, we can simply pop back over for more rations. Isn't that right?
That is correct. You'll be able to come and go from the plane as you please, with my assistance.
So it won't be an issue.
I'm still not sure how good of an idea this is. I mean, we're going to give them the lab? How are we supposed to work?
We're bringing everything we need.
But we're not, though. We
Final
need
episode?
the lab.
Seki, what did we talk about?
I know, but Dr. Khan, I'm not going to die for this project. Are we actually going to be able to come back whenever?
I assure you, you'll be free to traverse back and forth.
If I were them, I
Either
would
way,
just a
the lab
rabbit.
isn't equipped to hold 16 more students for another month. Its resident rooms are only meant for a couple days of residency.
I'm sure the students will find ways to make do. As
Oh,
long as we keep them
God.
fed and housed, the rest is up to them, is it not?
Exactly.
I really feel bad for these
Seki,
next set of
and now.
students already.
Can I at least call my wife before we go? She needs to know I'm not coming home tonight. She's gonna be waiting.
I'm sure she'll figure it out.
We
need to get going. Monamoko,
Yes,
are you ready to pick up the next session?
I am.
All right. Let's do the rundown.
Here you are, my dear.
Right. Ono Nanai.
Oh!
Ultimate Contortionist.
Oh my, that's a fun talent.
Okay, new students.
So that's what Student 14 was going on about.
My apologies for not putting a stop to that sooner. I was somewhat stunned.
Ninomiya Yohei. Ultimate Violinist.
He certainly doesn't look like a violinist.
I don't
I
know.
think I'm gonna like this
I find
one.
it a rather interesting contrast. I like this one.
Damn it! Don't copy me!
Kumada Erina. Ultimate Dekochari Leader.
Dekochari?
What's Dekochari?
What, like the bikes?
How cute.
She kind of reminds me of Student 3.
Ikeda Daiki. Ultimate Art Forger.
Oh, that's cool.
Come now, Ikeda. That's hardly legal.
I mean, is it? As long as he doesn't sell them, it's probably legal, right?
I'm not sure about the semantics, quite honestly.
Okazaki's roommate? What, really? Oh, that's...
Den Misao. Ultimate Ice Sculptor.
Ah.
I love her silhouette. I love her silhouette so much. And these names canvassing. But how would he have known the future ones?
Another ice one. I was disappointed I never got to use my punishment for Student 16. Perhaps I'll have another chance.
She's pretty. That's too bad.
Tsukigata Hideyuki. Ultimate Dressage Rider.
What's a dressage?
Huh,
Oh, horses.
My daughter would like this guy.
Perhaps you can introduce
Oh.
them if he makes it out alive.
I don't think I'm gonna...
Well, they're dead chapter 1, aren't they? I'm sorry. That's a sport, and it's a horse sport. Horse sports have yet to live.
do that.
Yokoi Ruka, Ultimate Spelling Bee Champion.
An English speaker. That's rather fun.
She reminds me of Student 14.
Boring, you mean?
Yeah, kinda.
Perhaps it's deceptive. Student 14 certainly turned out interesting.
Yaitabashi Sora, Ultimate Terrarium Artist.
Okay, hold on. Wait, no, I like this character. I like this character.
Huh.
I appreciate his style of dress.
He looks
Why is it always the
adorable.
ones with white hair that are super tiny?
Well, in the case of Student 6, I'm rather sure that was just malnutrition.
Maekawa Azusa, Ultimate Robot Fighting Champion.
Does she...
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait. She seems cool.
fight the robots herself, or does she create robots to fight other robots?
I mean, by the look of her, it could be either one.
She just fights robots. You hit 420? Good.
Hirose Shingo, Ultimate Surgeon.
I always thought the game would be more interesting with some kind of medic.
Oh, look, it's someone younger too. They're only 16.
That's nice.
At 17?
Not even 17, it's 16. And a surgeon?
I'm kind of skeptical.
Olga Noriko, Ultimate Itasha Painter.
Itasha? That's kind of fun.
I'm sure she would have gotten along with students 1 and 6.
I don't know. She kind of looks more like Student 11's type.
Shishikura Osamu, Ultimate Yukigassen Player.
That's a bit of a funny talent to picture.
I don't know what half these things are.
Look at that. White hair, short. You're right.
It's a weird pattern, right?
The short white-haired one.
Isoda Mion, Ultimate Utaite.
So that's who we decided on for our ultimate Utaite?
Oh, gender fluid. Cool.
Dane, I was really hoping for Ojima Tetsuya.
He's too old. They've got to be 17.
Wait, they want...
Te As...
Were they gonna grab a different Ojima? Snowball fights? Itasha's the type of car painted with characters? Oh, okay.
Atsushi, Ultimate Part-Timer.
What does that even mean?
Is he no good at full-time work then? Only part-time?
How does that even...
Wait, no! Another ultimate part-timer? I already have a favorite ultimate part-timer, though.
Work.
Nishiguchi Mutsuko, Ultimate Pizza Chef.
She has
So
a pizza
specific.
dress.
She looks rather friendly.
I don't know.
Oh my god,
She's
wait.
giving me Student 13.
I love her.
don't mind that.
I love her too.
I rather like Student 13, actually.
Akiba Taku, Ultimate Archer.
Lovely. Another...
Yeah, I was like, also another tattoo again, in red.
student who doesn't find it pertinent to wear a shirt in our research environment.
Honestly, it's a matter of professionalism. Do they go to school like this?
They say to the
Got
people they're
everything
gonna
you need?
kidnap.
Yes, Dr. Yonakura. I'll begin preparations right away. In the meantime, are you ready to depart?
More green.
Well, are
You're
we?
right, there is more green now.
I'm not
It's like,
hearing
I thought
any
this was
complaints.
Tetro blue, not
Very
Tetro
well.
green.
You may feel a slight tingling.
Tingling or burning?
Unfortunately, that matter is somewhat subjective.
I'm eager to see the plane.
Make sure you get the rest of the
Mamma mia.
staff too.
Of course. Goodbye, Dr. Yonakura. I'll be with you shortly.
See you soon.
Rabbit,
Until next
you could do the
time.
funniest thing ever right now, and they could just... So that's it. That's it. You say goodbye to Tetro Danganronpa Pink. Doesn't feel real. Like, I guess. Until next time. Yeah. Lots of Japan-centric talents, which is cool. That is. Yeah, that was all hurt, no comfort. Like, I do love that though. I don't remember even who suggested to me in the first place. But then like 190 votes came in for this one on the vote. It is actually Tetro over now. So yeah, where was... Hang on. Let me pull up something real quick. Especially goodbye. Yeah. And then I mean, you're claiming Pizza Chef? I'm really glad that, you know, the survivors don't have to do it again. Or Ojima's brother. I can't imagine. I imagine just Ojima just like, you know, bursting through the walls coming to get his brother if his brother got taken. Ichigo. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the prologue to do a Tetra Blue just because it is 11 and it's kind of late. Ken's death was painful. Yeah, it was. You know, again, it was like a character I loved. At the finish line, it goes like, nah. I'm really glad you guys all had so much fun. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pull up this real quick. It's not ready yet. I know I said I was going to have it ready, but I didn't plan on getting sick, so, eh. Load that. So it's not done yet, but... Oh god, I don't think you can see that. Control... Plus. I am making... a Brad Still Hunger Games Tetro Pink version. I love this manga too. I love this manga so much. I've been modifying all the events to be Tetro themed. So, you know, there's going to be like, yeah, obviously like Kon is in there. Okay, it made me do 6 or maybe do so many, and I was like, there's so many. So yeah, and I'll have that. I'm gonna make one similar to what I used to do way back when I first had my channel, which I'll run it through, make a sprite thing, and it'll play out and just be a silly fun time. And then I'll give you guys the code. Oh wait, did it say beheaded? Did you see a beheaded one? I did put that on there. Oops. Yeah, then I'll give you guys a code, and everyone can play around with it if they want. Hold on. Look, I had to do this many characters. I was like, I was running out of characters. So Sawa has their own character. The Poison is its own character. I threw Galahad in there too, because I'm like, why not? Kiss Charles and Mouse. No, don't say that. Yeah, so that's it. I'll have the poll up. Probably not tonight. I'm gonna go sleep soon. I'll have the poll up tomorrow. For the next fan gun. We're gonna do for Fan Gun Fridays. And that was random. I wasn't really picking who I was putting with who. But also, if I put anyone with Con, that's mean. Yeah, so Tetro Pink's done. I gotta say, like, I think of all the fangirls I played so far, I think this is one of the cast where I think I liked everyone. I don't think I hated any cast. Like, even Okazaki. I don't hate Okazaki at all. In fact, it's kind of really sad her own mom would do this to her, honestly. But yeah, I think of all the fangirls that I've played so far and I know of, I think this is the one where I actually really liked the entire cast completely. And I'm, you know, emotionally damaged from this, so yay. I can't believe Tetro Pink's over. God, I know. Like, what? Okazaki was fun and hateable. Exactly, like, I hate what Okazaki did, but Okazaki was fun until then. Like, I liked when Okazaki shot the gun to scare was it Wada or Kamimura? One of them, whoever Okazaki's scared with. You only had mild beef with Tamba? Yeah, like, any beef I had with Tamba, I was like, Hiroaki's not helping. Love him. He's not helping the situation. Waiting for the trauma that Blue's gonna bring. God, I know. Oh yeah, but I was saying, yeah. So Desperate Heart and Blaze of Despair is gonna be in the poll starting tomorrow. The poll's gonna be up for like about a week. If I don't get better and don't get my full voice back by next Friday, I'll postpone it a bit, but it should be by next Friday. And I'm also gonna go get 100 line defense, and I'll put that, but that's gonna be under just the regular videos, not live stream. So y'all can just watch that whenever you want to, if you want to. Because I'll probably edit out a bunch of repetitive stuff, since, you know, it does go for 100 days in game. But yeah, so can we see other Fango streams? Yay, I'm glad. Let's put the new screen on. Again, thank you all so much. Everyone in the Tetro, like, Pink, you guys have all been so welcoming and nice. This is nice. I'm so happy. And I love you all, and good night, and take care of yourself, and let's all go cry. Yay! Good night.